Welcome to Let's Talk Jets Radio.
Mr. Primetime.
Victory call-in show. What could go wrong, right?
What can go wrong? Based on our timeline and everything else, I think a lot can go wrong. So this is going to be a fascinating evening, I think. So let's just start this off the right way and share the link because I'm looking forward to
get it going.
Let's see what could possibly go wrong this evening. A lot of interesting stuff going on in the world of football, baseball, sports in general, man. It's wild right now.
When are the Yankees going to make their splash?
They're taking their time, man. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
The new Yankee way?
Yes, it's true. The new Yankee way, yes. Prior to the lockout, of course. So before we get started, today is the last day to participate in our fundraiser. So for those of you that have, their support has been overwhelming. We cannot thank you enough. We'll be releasing all the results. We'll bring on Mark, also from the Jersey City Fire Department. And then we will start getting these shirts printed and shipped out. So we will keep everything fully transparent. But thank you for all the support. Thank you, everybody. It's been sharing the message and helping us spread the word. We definitely appreciate it. Let's go to some comments real quick, prime time, before we go to our chaos. What's up? I guess Boba Jet? Boba? Yep. Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you for your support. We definitely appreciate it. Trevor, I think there's going to be plenty of chaos tonight. Tyrone
Always ready.
Tyrone has a broken phone now. So that's the latest saga is a broken phone that he's trying to figure out, which I mean, usually just replace it.
Doesn't he use a laptop to come on here?
Well, the laptop he couldn't figure out because of the camera issues and the sound issues. So he went to his cell phone to do it.
He never fixed the laptop?
I don't know, man.
I feel like that's an easier solution. Just get a good laptop.
You would think. What's up, John? What's up, Abby? You would think. I mean, right now, it's like you got to keep up to what's going on with Tyrone. It's like a never-ending, like, what happened today to help you from not make videos and join us on a stream. So,
you fucking pay him enough.
Hey, man. You know what the funny thing is? It was like, he's like, yeah, man, I'm gonna make my own videos. I'm gonna take over Facebook. I'm gonna do all this shit. The only thing I've noticed is my work is tripled, dude. I'm doing more than I've ever done now. It's like, what? Like, how did this happen? It's just. I
could take some blame for that. That's my bad.
But I mean, you got a lot going on. But it was like he like willingly took this. I'm like, because I hate being on Facebook. So, good morning from Ireland. What's up, Ireland? How you doing?
What's up, man?
You ever go to that the Conor McGregor's restaurant? I'm curious. He's always promoting it. I'm curious if it's actually any good or not. It's like the Forge Pond or something like that. I don't know, but see what else we got here. This should be interesting. I agree. What's up? Good evening. What's up, Nick? How are you doing, my friend? You should be calling in. That's just my opinion.
It's been a while, yeah.
Has anyone else noticed you can't see the dislike numbers anymore? That's a YouTube thing. That's not us. We can give two shits. I don't care if you hate us or not.
They changed that on all channels, I think 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, that's nothing we control. We don't care. We don't ask for subscribers. A lot of times we piss off our subscribers. So, What's up, Eric? How you doing? What's up, Edward? You guys want Steve?
What's up, Ed?
I fear Steve.
I forgot to share the link to Steve. He can never figure it out in the chat, so I have to deliver it to him.
Yeah, it's so friggin' hard to do. And I'm hoping that Jose calls in because I predicted this, right? Did I not tell him that Pete Carroll and Russell Wilson, they're gonna have a terrible year, and this is their last year together? And Jose thought I was being a hater. Contrary to popular,
they become the Jets.
Yeah.
They're worse than the Jets right now.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Let's see. What's up, John? What's up, everybody? It's good to see everybody. What else we got here? What's up, Rachel? How are you? Tyrone got his money up front, just like John Franklin Myers. Yeah. So we'll bring on Tyrone to answer the call.
Hello.
So,
can you guys hear me, man?
We can hear you.
My phone is straight jacked up, man. So just letting y'all know.
Yeah, I mean, we know, man, because we've seen the productivity on your end, so we know, we see it.
Like it's working right now.
All right, big boy.
You can bring him on, tell him to say hi if he wants.
Say hey, man. Say hey, Jet Nation. So what up?
What's up, buddy? He's a Jet fan, right? I hope.
Oh, bro, come on, bro.
I hope
Everybody in
so.
my house is a Jet fan. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
All right, go play, little man. What's up with
So,
y'all? Can you hear me off for real? Seriously, that sound okay?
Yeah, you sound good.
sounds all right. We'll
All
see
right,
if they can hear you. Sounds all right, though.
my phone is broke, man. So I'm getting another phone tomorrow. Stop, buddy. Come on, man.
Yeah, to answer your question, tonight is the last night for the charity because we have to get all the numbers in because they need the money to help start buying all the toys and stuff. We got to start ordering the shirts and getting them out. So it's kind of, we try to string it along as much as we can, but tonight's the last night. And then we get everything going tomorrow. So it's good to have Tyrone back. So Tyrone, before we go to callers, give us your thoughts. I mean, the game was a win, but the story that everybody wants to talk about is the quarterback. So share your thoughts on Zach Wilson.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a little disappointed, man. I'm gonna be really honest with you. I don't want to harp on nothing negative, but I want to say that I expected him to do. Come on, buddy. I expected him to do a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? I expected a lot more. And 140 yards, bro. You know, I mean, I'm happy with the win. Don't get me wrong, but I just expected him to flourish in his offense, and he didn't. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, I think he missed some throws. I mean, he's a little rusty. But I just expected more. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I really did. I expected him to really come out. And, you know, the offense coordinator been hitting things. The line's been holding. So I expected him to really be out and come out there and hold things. And he didn't do that. So
If you could attribute it to one thing, like nerves, rust, the injury, like what would you say it was? Or just mechanics? I'm going
to say rust. But I'm going to say he did miss some shots. I mean, he definitely missed some guys that were open.
But can I ask a question? What is rust though? Because the rust means like to me that's like not being in like rhythm with your receivers, maybe forcing some throws, things like that. To me, it wasn't a case of that. Like he had the yips, man. Like the easy throws, he was like nervous or anxious or.
I think just not being in that rhythm, but I just think that his mechanics were bad. You know what I'm saying? His mechanics were bad.
So is that rust or is that just he's struggling?
Well, I'm going to say rust because he wasn't, you know what I'm saying? The whole time he was hurt, he probably wasn't throwing. So just, that's just, like muscle memory and repetitive nature. I think that, him seeing the field, I thought he would see the field a lot better. You know what I'm saying? I thought he would see the field a lot better. Come on, big dog. I thought he would do a better job of seeing the field, and that he didn't. You know what I'm saying? So,
I mean, he was seeing it. He just wasn't hitting them. Like the guys he missed were wide open. Like Elijah Moore was open on the sideline. The guys right in front of him. I mean, it wasn't.
My concern is that a lot of this stuff was going on beforehand, and then you bring in John Beck like while he's hurt, and now first game back. I want to say it's just rust, and he'll get into a rhythm as time goes on. I think he improved a little bit in the second half, but still some of those throws. I mean, we were talking about it last night. 5-10 yards away, guys wide open, not a defender in sight, and even some of the the throws over the middle, just not placing touch on it. Like these are things you would think like as the season goes on, he should be getting better with.
And my biggest thing with him too, as well, is he's missing wide open guys. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, he really struggles with the short passes. That's what gets me, you know what I'm saying? That's the biggest thing. So, I don't know. It's like this, man. Like, listen, he's our future. Hold on, buddy. Come on, go on. Give me 1 second. Let me take him in the room. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, Pop. There you go.
Daddy duty.
What's up?
Nah, that's the grandbaby, man. Hold on.
Let's talk daycare.
Zach has more coaches than Tyrone has appearances being on time. This is true. That is definitely true.
Man,
Tyrone not cursing because the baby's around. That's true. I felt bad with the baby around. Like I'm not cursing either. Like this is.
Hey, bro, he lives in my household, bro. He's heard way worse. But listen, now I'm back, man. So let me get that. Nah, he just wants to say he hasn't seen me in a couple of days. So
here's the one comment. And it's he is struggling, but winning definitely helps his confidence, which will help his overall game. I don't agree with that because they won in spite of him. They didn't win because of him.
Yeah.
Like they had the defense had to pick him up for his poor play.
And you know what's so crazy? And listen, I know you guys. I didn't see the stream, but
Thanks.
I know you guys.
Appreciate the support, man.
Well,
So let me get this straight. So first of all, you don't make a preview video, you don't join the stream, and you don't even watch our stream, and you don't really promote anything. Thanks,
Tyson,
man.
Listen, you.
Other than that, it's great.
Yeah, listen. You called me. You asked me what was going on. I told you what was going on. So I already told you what was going on with my phone.
Yep.
I already explained this to you. So,
I'm just saying because
I know you've been
you
talking
know who
bad
you're like.
about me.
You know who you're like. You're like Jamal Adams. When things are good, you talk about the money and the contract. When things are bad, you talk about the few things that are good. You're just like Jamal Adams, man. A lot of similarities here.
I can tell you what was really good though.
I'll call you Blitz Boy.
Watching Seattle lose last night. I was really enjoying that one last night.
Don't change the topic here. I see how you were.
It was a good transition.
No,
tried.
Now let me get back to this though. Thanks. You already know what's going on. And now, if everybody's wondering what Tyrone been, Tyson did cut the check, and I do apologize to the boss man. But I broke my phone. I was a little tired.
Do you offer refunds?
No, hell no, man. I'm hoping you send me some extra this week. I'm hoping I get a Christmas bonus or something. You know what I'm saying? But
the last check was a Christmas bonus based on our productivity. Shit.
I'm just, listen. I'm John Franklin Myers, baby. I show it when you need me to, baby. I show it when you need me to. But listen, what I want to say about this about Zach, man. This is what I want to say about Zach. I know he's gonna get better, and I expected to see more from him in that first game back. And I guess, man, because our coordinator really was scheming guys open. And to me, honestly, I'm gonna have to say this: he's called a great game these last 5 games. He's called an amazing game. So. What the problem is?
Tyrone went from the baby crying now to the dog barking. Is there anything else?
Over there?
Next thing we're gonna have like birds and crickets. The only thing you just need a siren now too. Anything else you want?
Listen, you know how many
a lawnmower?
You know how many animals I have in my house? We have a dog, we have a chameleon, we have 2 water dragons, we have a turtle. You know what I'm saying? So it's nuts around here, man. It's a walking zoo.
Holy shit, man.
It's a walking zoo, man. Hey, listen, this is what happens when you have grown as kids and don't want to leave home.
No, I understand, man. We're just making observations here while we're trying to do a stream. You know what I mean? No big deal.
I mean, they don't care. Listen, bro, nobody cares. I'm just telling you, nobody cares. You know what I'm saying? They like this is the bad part, right? You know what I'm saying? When I got in my office, it says Oval Office. You know what happens in the Oval Office? They just walk in. You know what I'm saying? People get shot for shit like that. I'm just saying, I don't want to do that to my kids. But little man is the only one, and the dog, he listens to nobody. I'm telling you, he thinks he run. He pay bills in here, bro. I swear to God, bro. He acts like he runs shit, bro. I'm telling you, this dog is crazy. It's over here, man. Somebody help me. Hey, listen, I need more money, man. That's the problem, man. I need more money. Y'all just bash.
You know what? You know who you're becoming? You're Brian Kelly now. And know what Brian Kelly did? Brian Kelly left. Adios, my friend. Off to LSU, Tyson, you can go.
Tyson, I wanted to text you so bad. How'd you feel about that, bro? How'd you feel about that, bro?
I'm not surprised, man. Brian Kelly realized that he hit his peak at Notre Dame, all-time wins leader, and he can never win a national championship there. He can't because he can't recruit the players he wants because they have too many restrictions. And LSU can get any guy he wants. They break any rule they want. They have boosters and money, all kinds of shady shit going on there. And he's making, $95 million going there, which is insane.
Before I forget this, big ups to the guy in Ashtabula, Ohio, who runs a Jets group up there. Big up to him. He just subscribed. He said he reached out to you. But diehard Jet fan, man. Amazing guy.
Reached out to you.
He reached out to you. He reached out to you. I told him about the junk. He already followed us, but yeah, he's a real big Jet fan. He got a huge ass Jets tattoo on his fucking arm. And I walked in one day with my Jets shirt on, and we just been talking ever since. I saw him this morning, so I told him I shout him out. So big dog.
So now that Tyrone's done with his shout outs and his contract demands, going back to Zach before we go to callers is, to me, it's like the things that you've seen are concerning because it's fundamental stuff, and it's not like. To me, it's a lot of, you can call it rust a little bit. I think it's fundamentals. And I'm concerned, like something that Primetime said last night is he mentioned after the game that his leg doesn't feel stable. His knee doesn't feel stable. So I'm wondering if his confidence and his footwork and fundamentals are shaken because he's worried about, just his footwork. How can he step? Is he going to have enough support if he gets hit on it? Like, I wonder if that's in the back of his head as well. And you wondered, like, once the game started, maybe that goes away. But then he took that bad sack late in the game and hurt himself even more. So it's just
not for nothing. He's taken worse hits than that earlier this season. He's gonna take hits again over the next few weeks. So the odds that he gets hurt, I think, are pretty high. So if there's any part of that knee that's not stable, I still can't understand the rationalization for having him out there. Yeah. It just doesn't make sense to me. But
that makes sense why his throws are off, man. He's not trusting his leg to put the weight on the leg the way he wants to. Because a lot of the short passes, but he struggled with the short passes all year long. So you know what I'm saying? That's that. So that's not. I don't know if that's an excuse. He's just using that, but we've noticed he struggled on screen passes, short passes. And it's like the pass to Moore you guys were speaking of earlier. I mean, he had a lot of zip on that ball, man. You don't got to zip that ball in there like that.
Yep.
Yeah, man. It's a lot of those passes like that. I think he's just touch with him, man.
A few of the throws, it almost looked like a shortstop or a third baseman trying to rush a throw, like where he's just trying to get it in and out. Like the one that he did sidearm. I remember it was like the same kind of thing. Like he's getting it out quick. I get it. Maybe he's trying to overcompensate for the speed of the game and whatnot. But
He's putting
Something's
too much.
definitely off
He's
mechanically.
putting too much on it, and them guys already. Like you know what I'm saying. Elijah Moore, man, he's a pretty sure-handed guy. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And he zipped that ball in there, bro. Like you know what I'm saying. So, but I still think he's gonna be okay. He's our future, and like listen, man.
But here's the question though. And listen, we're not saying he's a bust. We're not saying anything else. And we all agree he's the future. He's gonna be here a long time. He's gonna be here 3 or 4 more years, no matter what happens. But the question is, at what point do you say, okay, these struggles are a player is overwhelmed, a little bit over his head, has the yips, has this and that, and it's like, you know what? Maybe he needs to sit again. I'm telling you right now, Tyrone, in the second half of the game, and this is being honest instead of everybody else lying and saying I told you so. In the second half of the game, or second quarter of the game, I was one series away from saying, you know what? We should maybe take him out because he was playing that bad where it was like this kid is either hurt, lost his confidence, or is just completely overwhelmed by the moment. Because like if that game was in MetLife Stadium, dude, he would have been booed out of New Jersey. But he luckily turned around in the third quarter. So I'm wondering, where, it's just he's walking a fine line right now, man. Can you imagine he plays like this on Sunday here?
Well, I was gonna say right now, if it's not his confidence, at what point does his confidence eventually start to break?
Yep.
Where his teammates don't have his back, and not for nothing. How many times? Again, we saw it this Sunday. How many times is he going to take a hit or get his helmet ripped off, and nobody does a fucking thing?
Bro,
is that telling? I don't know. I mean, we saw kind of the same shit with Flacco. I mean, McGovern ran over. I guess that was the one guy. I forget who was quarterback that game. But I mean, it just seems like every time our quarterback gets hit, nobody on that offensive line does shit.
Bro, I've never seen football like that before. And I'll be honest with you. Like I said, I know we've been a lost organization and we have been like upper echelons teams. I've never seen a Jet team that will allow their quarterback to get disrespected like that, and there's no fight back to it. You take the worst coach you could ever mention, and I've never seen that. And also, I'm not saying it's a reminiscence of who he is as a person. I just think this team is kind of soft, and I'm gonna be honest. And the one thing I thought about this team, I thought they would play more physical and be that kind of physical bully. And they were the ones that gets bullied. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I watched a couple of plays in the Houston game where I just thought that they just manned up on us. You know what I'm saying? Like, our defense came out and played bully football. Our offense, our line, they're playing passive. But I tell you one thing I will say about the line, they have corrected a lot of that double stunts because Houston ran a lot of double stunts and they were there. So I like that part of it. But the problem is, man, you can't play a physical game and not be a physical team. And your quarterback is your number one player, and you don't defend him. And this kid is young, so I think that the problem is I don't know if our head coach we don't know what message he's giving the team. You guys don't, you know what I'm saying, don't do that. But I've never seen a head coach let my franchise quarterback get his helmet ripped off, or guys hitting him after the whistle.
I ain't going
after you.
But you see the defense on Sunday; they were all rowdy, man. They were playing fast and physical, flying around, doing a lot of good things. But on offense, it's just weird how that happens, man. And it's like this has been a sign all season long. When he gets hit, it's just like he's laying there, he's kind of sitting around. It's like it's strange to me. It's very strange. And the other question I have for you is, I've been thinking about this more and more. Where when Saleh kept talking about we played Joe Flacco, he gives us the best chance to win. Okay, and that was at that point was great. I disagree with it by all means, but now you're going to enter Sunday's game with Zach starting, obviously as he should. But now I think Flacco's back now, right? Because he's cleared.
Yeah.
Do you think Saleh has a shorter leash? But if Zach comes out and has a half like last week, do you think this coach will pull him for Flacco? Because you got to keep in mind. At the same mind, you got to keep in mind. It's Saturday. The first half of Sunday's game was bad, and your defense is keeping you in it. At some point, your team gets disinterested. Be like, listen, man, we can't compete this kid. He's just not playing well. Do you think Saleh with Flacco back now has a shorter leash?
I don't think a short leash. I think it depends how bad though, and if it's injury related.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think both of you guys are wrong. I don't think the kid comes out anymore. I think they're gonna let him go through his growing pains. I think they're gonna deal with it wherever it is. Listen, the one thing we know about this team right here is they're not going to admit a mistake that's made. And I think bringing him back, if he's not 100% healthy, was a mistake. I don't care how bad you want him back on the field. I would have waited till he's 100% healthy. He can't defend himself out there. Number two, they're going to let him go through it because they'll look like an ass if they pull him. Listen,
but why? I disagree with that,
Tyson, listen.
If he throws 3 interceptions in the first half, and you're like, you know what, you're learning from this. Keep him in the game.
Tyson,
that's almost counterproductive.
Tyson, we agree that it's the right move to make. They're not going to make that move.
That's on them.
Listen, but that's just what it is, though. We've seen that, bro. Listen, our quarterback threw what 4 interceptions that one game. He didn't get pulled.
Yep.
I don't care who's
Yeah, but he isn't that Flacco though. I think. I think. Good.
No, I'm saying I don't care who's your backup. I'm pulling my quarterback after 4 interceptions. You come beside me. We're gonna watch for a little bit. But I just think that they're gonna let the kid go through his bumps and bruises.
Like, yeah, but wouldn't you subscribe? And I understand what you're saying. I respect what you're saying completely. And to me, I guess I'm old school, but it's like to me, I like the tough love approach that like Miami had with Tua last year, where it was like, listen, man, you're struggling, you're out, Fitzpatrick's in, and it's almost like holding your quarterback accountable, saying, you know what, man, listen, we're letting you get experience, we're letting you play, but you can't continue to shit the bed over and over and over, and we're going to allow it because your teammates are looking at you cross-eyed, be like, bro, this kid can't make 10-yard passes consistently. He's throwing games away where you're trying to say we're trying to win games, and he's not doing it. So I understand what you're saying, but they're walking a fine line with him now, man, because I think you got to hold him accountable. You can't, Tyrone. They have like 45 coaches for this kid. The next thing you know, they're going to give him a meditation coach. Come on, you got to listen. If you're playing poorly, take him out. If it hurts his feelings, who cares? Right? I don't know. That's just, I guess, what I look at it.
Listen, man. Listen, I agree with you in everything you're saying. I truly understand, and I agree with you wholeheartedly. The problem is, listen, every quarterback that came in since his kid's been out put up numbers, correct?
Yep.
He comes back against the Houston team, puts up 140 fucking yards. This is your franchise quarterback. They can't have that, Tyson. You can't.
Well, he got the pass this week because everybody's gonna say it was rust. It was his first game back. He's trying to get acclimated. Okay, well that was this week. Now you've had you practiced before that. Now you're at home against the Eagles, where he has to step up, Tyrone. I understand he's facing a lot. He's a young quarterback. It's only 7 games, only 6 games. That doesn't mean you can't be a fundamentally sound quarterback. And if he's not going to play that way, you hold him accountable. It's called tough love sometimes because you can't keep babying him like, oh, he's going to be okay. Everything's fine. We hired his coach. We're going to hire the water boy. We're going to hire a new lawnmower, guy that mows his lawn and shit. You can't keep babying him. At some point, you say, you know what, man? You're not playing to the standard we want. So you're out this game. Come back next game. If you don't play well, we're going to pull you out again. Like the Dolphins did with Tua. Because it keeps your team competitive. Because like Primetime said, sometimes these guys maybe not picking up his helmet because they're tired of dealing with his nonsense. Like this kid's throwing away games.
See, the tough love is fine. I'm fine if they do it, but there's an easier way to do it. You could just play the injury card. It's obvious he's hurt. He already came out and said his knee is unstable. So if you're looking like shit, you're getting blown out of games, he's not making any kind of progress. You sit him and you just say the knee's not right, and we're going to give him another week or 2 to get it right. And you let somebody else play. That's the easy way to do it.
I mean, it makes sense, but listen, it makes sense, but they're not going to do that. You know, this team well enough to know they're not going to listen. The kid, listen.
I think they would.
I'm not making excuses. You know why I'm not going to make any excuses for him? Because Josh Johnson came in, threw for 300 yards. White threw for 400 yards. Flacco threw for 3 some change. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
This
That's
offense
the point.
was better.
That's why they would.
This
That's why
offense
they
has
would
been
pull him.
better. Listen, this offense has been better without our young starting quarterback. We agree? Yeah, listen. 5 weeks ago, we were ready to fire the offensive coordinator because we thought he was a bust. Come to find out, he has a great scheme that works, and he's able to call the game better. The situation has been your young quarterback. So they're looking at, okay, we'll take up bumps and bruises this year. Hopefully, he'll grow and become a better quarterback. Now, I don't necessarily agree with that as well either. I think because I thought with him setting those 3 or 4 games he set, he would come back in and really put up numbers. I thought that they would really come out there, take the shackles off. This kid got it. He understands. He's watched professional quarterbacks, play games. He did not do that. And he made the offensive line, and I don't know if everyone's noticed, the offensive line has played better the last 3 weeks.
He did. They don't. Yep.
Absolutely better. And they look the same with him because he holds the ball too long.
See, and just to react to Snoopy, who's acting like we're talking playoffs, we're talking being a competitive team and keeping your locker room in place. Like, seems like some people don't understand what we're trying to talk about here. It's like you have a quarterback that's struggling where you can't run your offense, where the team is looking at you cross-eyed, be like, this kid's not playing well at all. You want to hold guys accountable. If somebody's playing bad, you want to bench them, like Greg Van Roten or whoever else. And your quarterback, and there's times he looks legitimately overwhelmed. He does. Like the spots, and this isn't like a pressure, like you're not like 7-5 fighting for a playoff spot. These are meaningless games against a lousy team in Houston, Texas, in front of 40,000 fans. Talk about the easiest environment to come back in. right? I mean, there's no stress and no pressure there at all. That was tailor made for him. You couldn't find an easier one to come back at. So
that's the game you're supposed to win. Yep.
So it's not about playoffs. It's about you want to compete. You know what I mean? You want to have this team be competitive, and you don't want to lose your locker room by keep trotting him out there when the locker room knows that he's not playing well, and maybe he should be on the bench or maybe he should be taken out. That's the kind of point I'm making here. So hang on one second, Tyrone.
At what point does your message start to lose a little bit of meaning? You know,
first of all, sneakers and boots. Yeah, sneakers and boots. Thank you very much, man. You should have bought a shirt, man. We'll send you a shirt. Man. Come on.
No,
appreciate that, man.
Thanks so much, man.
Thank you very much, man. So, Tyrone, go ahead. I'm sorry. I just wanted to make sure you said that.
I mean, listen, what you guys are saying, listen, I agree with you guys. We're all in agreements here, though. Like, I understand where you're coming from. Like, I think that if the kid is not ready, but I just think that from what we've seen so far, you know what I'm saying, they're going to play him regardless, unless he can't walk. You know what I'm saying? I think that, you know, in a part of me is okay with the kid growing. I just want to see more. And I'm not putting the pressure on him. I don't care if, you know what I'm saying, we put another game this season. All I want to see is my quarterback progress, so I know next season coming in, he's going to hit the ground running. I don't want to be another season next year where he's still learning on the curve. And that's just, you know, that's just not.
I'm hoping as a coaching staff they can realize there's a lot of different ways that you can make progress. You don't just have to be in the game. If you're in the game, but you're 10 of 24 and you're getting sacked 5 times because you're holding on to the ball too long, missing open receivers, are you actually making progress? Are you developing confidence as a quarterback? Continuity with anybody? Like what's actually getting better at that point? Is it not better to maybe be on the sidelines watching so that you can kind of take off next year, get a head start fresh? I don't know.
Well, probably can I ask you a question, Prime Time? So well, ask both of you guys a question. Is it him? I mean, listen, we watched the offense. We watched Moore excel the last couple of weeks, and then he regressed last week. Is it our quarterback? Yes or no?
Yeah, I mean,
right now, yeah. I mean, right now, I think it is.
I think it is. I mean,
it's not to say that long term he can't get it figured out. I think he's got all the tools there to do it, but he's got to show that he could do it.
And the other thing too is
three quarterbacks ran the offense so far.
I got a better question. Pardon your wisdom, Tyson. I got a better question though. Is it him not following the offense, doing what he wants to do? Is that what it is? Because
that's the point though. But Tyrone, look at how this game started. He struggled with the scripted plays. The first few drives are things you went and practiced over and over and over till it's like it's ingrained in your head. Those are throws he was missing. Those are the ones he should have been making. He should have started off like comfortable. And then as the game changed, you make adjustments. You often change things like that. I mean, thankfully, he came out after halftime, play a lot better. But so I'm like, you attribute some things to Russ. Then the fourth quarter, he made some bad mistakes too. So you're like, all right. And the thing is, like, I understand the roller coaster ride of a rookie quarterback. But the problem you have, something we talked about last night, is he hasn't had that marquee game where he played great for 4 quarters. And you'd be like, all right, we've seen him play a great game. Now he has a bad one. Like the perfect example, Tyrone, is Jalen Hurts. 2 weeks ago, Eagle fans were calling him the next Michael Vick, the next Randall Cunningham, all these great things. This week against the Giants, they said he sucks. They want him cut. So, but we didn't have that first game where Zach had a good half against the Titans, but he hasn't had that game where you're like, holy shit, that's our franchise guy. From first quarter to fourth quarter, we saw everything he brings to the table. We haven't seen it yet. He's probably played 4 quarters of good football all year.
Yeah, we have not seen a complete game yet. And and I'm gonna be honest with you, Tyson. I don't think we've seen a good first half from him yet.
No,
we've seen some decent second halves. We have not seen a really good first half. So I don't know what that attributes to, him coming out starting so slow, or him coming out just not getting it done. I don't know. I mean, like I said, I like the kid. I think the kid has talent. And he had me doubting our head coach. He had me doubting offensive coordinator. He had me doubting offensive line. And when you break it all down, it's more him than them. You know what I'm saying? So, but I think that listen, we have a few games left to really see what our quarterback is.
He's got to show something, man.
And not only to have a bad game, but to be able to pick yourself up and come back after a bad game. I thought the Tyson game. The reason I thought they brought him back for the Titan game, I thought he was gonna come out there and act a fool out there, bro. I thought he was gonna throw for like 500 yards. I ain't bullshit, bro. I really thought that he was gonna come out there, put up like 500 yards, like 6 touchdowns, and just shut everybody up. So if he shit the bed the rest of the season, I couldn't say nothing. But I mean, to watch him, listen, bro. When I saw the final, bro, I didn't even realize the final stats. When I saw 140, bro, I almost lost a gasket, bro. Like what?
You knew it, dude. You knew it from the first two series. I think primetime, I both knew it. You're like, it's gonna be one of these games. You could just see his body, like his body, his mechanics, his demeanor, everything about it. You're like, oh, here we go again. Then he had the really bad interception, the Ty Johnson throw
shovel
where you just
pass.
threw it.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is just like, yeah. And again, just to the chat, we understand it's only been 7 games, but you're looking for signs of improvement, signs of growth. Now you give him credit for, I guess, on the goal line, he audibled to make that the running play. He saw the defense called it. He called his own number, got the touchdown there. He made some nice throws, but overall his performance in the game wasn't good. So now it's like, okay, it's another one in the bank that not where you want to be. Now you have 6 more games to make a chance to keep improving, but he's got to clean this shit up, man. Like, we're not asking for a lot. Like, our bar is very low for him. Like, we're just saying hit the open guy in front of you that's 8 yards in front of you and don't throw a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. You know what I mean? Because these guys, Elijah Moore's an excellent receiver. You're blowing the ball through his hands.
Hey, nobody minds winning ugly. Like, I don't mind ugly wins.
Nope.
But to watch my quarterback throw for 140 yards leaves me with a lot more questions than I had before the game.
I'd rather lose 35-31 with Zach Wilson having an excellent game than winning like we did on Sunday, because it was just, you walk away like, oh man, this is brutal. Like,
because the defense played out of this world. So it wasn't for the defense, that game would have been ugly. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, if you listen, if you're gonna sit here and try to defend Zach Wilson on that play, bro, you must be a relative of his. You must be a relative. You must be Zach Wilson's cousin, brother, or something else. That was an indefensible, stupid play by the quarterback. It was ridiculous.
Especially what was it, like 3rd and 17?
He hit him in the back.
No point.
It wasn't
like a hot potato in his hand.
It wasn't that much. It was a prime time.
It was terrible.
It was a bad play.
We sound spoiled. Spoiled from what? We haven't been blessed with good quarterback play in a decade. So what we'll do is we'll go to calls. We'll let you guys share your insight, because I guess there's a lot of experts in the chat this evening. So we welcome that, of course. This should be excellent. So we're gonna go with let's go. Primetime. I'll let you choose. Primetime can choose.
Oh, don't make me choose.
You choose them.
Who joined first? Was it Jake?
I don't know. I think Jake did.
I don't know. Started off with Jake.
All right, Jake. What's up, man?
Good evening, guys. How you doing?
What's up, Jake?
Pretty well, man. How about you?
What's up, man?
First, happy Hanukkah to everybody again. I just love to show my inner Jew, just to say to everybody, it's end of the year's coming, guys. Just want to say it's been a rough year with everything, but it's going to get better at the next year. I'm going to say that to everyone in the group and start with some positive vibes. So this game, in my opinion, nothing blew me away. I actually know who I think deserved MVP. I think the running backs coach for the Jets deserved the MVP of this game, because the fact we're able to run the ball the way we did in that game was beyond impressive. And that young kid, what was his name?
Of the Frank squad,
Austin
yes, sir.
Walter. Yep.
Yeah, he came out. Yo, he was fast as shit, bro.
Yeah. I didn't know who he was, but thank God he was able to get. I mean, whoever it's Embry, right? Taylor Embry, is he the running back coach? Is that his name? Taylor.
I have absolutely no idea.
I just think
I've been trying to learn all the quarterback coaches still.
John Beck's the most important one. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I mean, look, overall, it's just like it's a game you just watch. You're like, it's 2 toilet bowl teams and one team won. Great. All right. Next week, let's play Jalen Hurts, who I think is overrated, and let's beat them at home. That's what I think. But we'll probably only lose because we've never beaten the Eagles in our lives. That's the only, that's the horrible statistic. Ever. We've never beaten the Eagles. That's the only thing that's going to keep everybody not picking us to win the game. But I think Jalen Hurts is not really good at all, and I think that this is a game that they can win. Zach, look, I said this last week, and I know, Tyson, you were on the show, but last week I said this about Zach Wilson. I compare it to the Yankees. Zach Wilson is like the Yankees. It's all about home runs, home runs, home runs. Give me singles, doubles, and triples. I want to see that every time, and I'm not seeing that from him over at any point through the first 8 games. He's played 7 games, whatever it is. I need to start seeing him play a very methodical game from start to finish. You start at the 20-yard line. Can you get us on the 2nd and 8? Can you get us in the first down there? I don't want to see any more of this like 50, 60-yard, far passes. I just want to start seeing methodical football. I do. I want to see it from him. I got to start seeing it.
This Sunday, it did feel like he was at least trying to go for more of the singles and doubles. He just couldn't hit them. It wasn't more of the reckless, I'm going to roll out, 8 seconds, try and hit the guy 60 yards. There was a lot less of that. So I just
prime time. What was that little shovel
accuracy?
That was like just done.
There's
no play. I was like he was trying to be Patty Mahomes. Like, just come on. Not enough experience to learn how to do that yet.
He even did that. Even that sidearm throw he made shouldn't have picked off. he was trying to be kind of clever with that
Yeah.
too. That went down the middle, and he almost got picked off too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I did say this last week, and I'll say, well, maybe I'll say this today. At least we know Greg Van Roten's going to have to start selling car insurance pretty soon, because right now Dr. Tardev looks like he's worthy of being the starter for the rest of the season. I mean, I would definitely keep him the way things are going. So I would think at least the rest of the season. I'm not saying he's going to be here next year. They're still going to implode this offensive line. They're still going to have to start over next year again. And because it's now week 13. Like Mekhi Becton's not coming back. Mekhi Becton's not coming back. There's zero purpose having him come back.
No, they'll bring him back for like 2 games, I bet you, or some shit.
I don't think so at all. I don't. I think at
so?
this point, you're not going to risk another setback with him, and then going into the offseason and surgery. Just let him finish. Just keep him on the side. It's what the reason we have Moses, the reason why I have Fant, even though they won't be back next year. They really have to just get through the year at this point.
Wait, you think Fant and Moses won't be back next year? I think they both could be back next year.
Unless they pay them like literally nothing. I'm not resigning them to any big deals at all, or not even.
You wouldn't.
Fant's under contract.
Why not?
Fant's
Yeah,
under contract.
Yeah. No. He's up prime time. He's up about
No,
this.
Fant's deals off.
He's up prime time.
Fant?
I thought he had an
2
option.
years.
They have an option for a third
No.
year, don't they?
Nah,
No.
it's 2 years.
He's out.
It was
He's
2
out
years,
after this
right?
year.
3 years.
And there was a reason why Moses did. Yeah, Moses took the 1 year deal with the Jets. He could have taken probably a multi-year somewhere else, but he took the 1 year probably to see where things are going. And he knows this team is a serious work in progress. He probably wants to go win somewhere. And maybe he thought the Jets were going to, be a sneaky team and probably get like some good money next year, which I don't think he's going to do. I think he's just going to walk away.
George Fant, 10.6 million next year.
Oh, for real?
Yep.
No,
Hey,
really?
If we
Yep.
cut him though, It's none
Yeah,
against
they can.
cap, right?
Yeah, it's probably like
Okay.
what
You saved like 9 million, I
something
think,
like
you cut
that.
him.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
what
they're
1
not-
million
they're
in dead
not-
money. So
They're not going to pay. They're not going to pay him $9 million
No.
this year. But listen,
they
I'm gonna be
might,
honest with you.
dude. They might. What,
They won't
what's
even
the next
pay
best
him
option?
about
What's the
$9
next
million
best
this
option?
year.
But listen, I'm gonna be honest with you though. No problem. No, you have a direct point. I would keep Fant or Moses. I mean, listen, you're gonna draft. You're definitely gonna draft a young guy on the right side of that line. 2 of them actually. It'd be my suggestion.
But
I
yeah,
would
but
definitely
Tyrone.
keep one of those.
But wouldn't it be Fant? Because Fant can play both the right and the left, and he's
Yeah,
filled an
absolutely. I mean-
he's been with right now. Becton's still an unknown. You wonder if he can stay healthy enough. So Fant knows the offense. He's already here, and he can play both sides.
Well, Tyson, I'm gonna be honest with you, right? And nobody's gonna like this comment. If that's me with all the draft capital I have, and as deep as this draft gonna be in offensive lineman, yeah, I'm taking a left tackle and a right tackle. I am.
What about a
I
center?
am. Oh,
then-
definitely.
and then
definitely.
starting
I would
that?
take a center.
Listen, my first 3 picks will be tackle, guard.
So we're gonna start
center.
3 rookies on the O line next year. That's the plan to improve Wilson.
Listen, hey, listen. The prime time. What are we gonna do? We're gonna go out here, sign a mid-level guy that we know that's not gonna be successful. Why not get? Listen, and we're drafting the 4th and 5th pick in the draft, so we're definitely getting the 2, if not top 2, top 3 linemen in the draft. Okay. I'll
Draft
take
a center. Draft a center. Sign a legitimate guard. There's no
Yep.
reason not to bring back Fant,
I agree.
I mean, you can't though. Listen,
even if it's that's
listen, prime time.
insurance. You want to draft a tackle? That's fine. Why cut Fant?
No.
Somebody's
listen,
gonna get
know.
hurt. Becton's probably
I'm
gonna
not-
get hurt at some point.
Get out of
I'm
the
not
$9 million,
saying-
pay him
I'm
less.
not
if you
saying
want.
I'm not saying cut Fant. I would bring Moses and Fant back, to be honest with you myself, because I want to have suitable backups. You know what I'm saying? Suitable backups that can come in and you can still win with. I think next year you're going to improve this line a lot. I mean, but listen,
If you're George Fant, the way you played the last 2 years, would you not feel like you earned that $10 million going into next year?
yeah, but listen,
So if you
look at
cut
GM.
me to try to sign me for cheaper, fuck you, I'm out.
Me
Yo,
too.
look at that GM. Look at that GM, bro. Look at that GM. Yo,
Yeah.
listen. This is not me. This is him. This will be his call. That's what he does.
I'm with Tyrone on this. I am. I think it's going to happen. I do.
You're cutting off your nose to spite your face. Then if that's the way Joe
Exactly.
Douglas is going to act.
That's what he's been doing this whole time with his offensive line. Listen, we could have went after the kid that went to Cleveland. We could have gave him. No, listen, we could have got a real center, bro. We could have had a real center in the building for what? You know what I'm saying? My man was chilling with Gary V, bro. You know what I'm saying? He already wanted to be a Jet. Why not give the man the bag? You got the money. You had the resources.
Well,
What are
that
you
was.
saving the money for?
I mean,
Nuts.
maybe Joe Douglas, now that he's 2 years on the job, is starting to learn some lessons here. I mean, he kept John Franklin Myers. Maybe he says, you know what, these guys, we need he's all about the offensive line, and you're seeing it firsthand, day in and day out, what these guys can do. So maybe he said, "Listen, you can't pinch pennies on the offensive line, man. You can't.
No, you can't. But
That's the
listen,
most ridiculous thing to do."
the one thing everybody talks about Jerry Jones, man. You say Jerry Jones, he gets in the way, he talks so much. I don't give a shit. The one thing he fucking knows what to do, bro, is a good line will get you further in this game, bro. This is where it starts at. You know what I'm saying? You listen.
Yep.
You have a good offensive line.
White Dak's good.
You can fight in any
That
game,
would not be
bro.
good without it.
Well, that's why the Browns turn things around. That's why the Browns turn shit around, and then even the Baltimore Ravens with Lamar Jackson running the ball like crazy. Buffalo Bills are struggling now because their line's falling apart.
Yes,
So.
that's how you win championship. Why do you think the Patriots had the best? They had the best O-line coach to ever coach in the NFL for like 12 years. That's why they were successful. That's why they could take somebody from the fucking practice squad who hadn't played, who worked at Food Line or Shop right the week before, and come in and produce and be productive. That's why your boy went out
and they know when let him go, like Nate Solder, and he gives the Giants and he sucks.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Listen, because what they do
or
is
Trent Brown leaves and goes back to the Patriots.
He's good again.
Hold on, Jake. Before he went, the Raiders gave him big ass money.
God, Mike Mayock, I can't believe that.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Listen, man. Listen. That's how you win in this league. So if you get an offensive line, listen. Imagine having an offensive line and a solid tight end for this young quarterback, and how much better he can be. You know what I'm saying? Listen, it's crazy. We don't have a tight end. Listen, I'm not mad. I tell you this, I'm more excited than anything because we have the 4th and 5th pick in the draft right now. Like, wouldn't it be hilarious if Seattle finished worse than us?
It could happen.
I don't know. Listen, wouldn't that just be ironic? Listen, Jamal Adams said he's a team changer, right? He is. They go from first to last. That's what he does. No problem.
Well, let's wait. Actually, but now you bring this up. I think I've seen this in the past, or this is how it works. If there's a tie and we did beat the team, do we get the better pick, or is it the opposite?
Opposite. It's opposite. It's opposite, right? Prime time. I know you know.
Idea.
I just want to be sure because playing the Eagles is important this weekend because the Eagles have back-to-back first-round picks right now ahead of it's us with 2 first-round picks, then the Giants and the Eagles. They call this like the turnpike draft right now. So that's how close it is.
I don't know what the tiebreak rules are, but yeah, if we beat the team, I would assume that they would have the better pick.
Yeah, I think so too. But listen, Jake, Jake, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't care how it ends the rest of the season. We still gonna get 2 picks in the top 10. The way it's looking right now, we're gonna get 2 picks in the top 10. You can change your franchise around like that, and 2 good picks in the second round. We can really change this thing around. Plus, have money in the offseason. But like I said, you have to fix certain pieces. The problem is, listen, we've been so bad for so long that we got accustomed to losing. So now you have a chance to listen. You can't fix every problem in one offseason.
Yeah, but
I've been saying this shit for years. You can't, Tyson. It's just what it is.
I understand, but this in theory. And I don't want to go through draft talk now. We got 6 games left, but in theory, this is Joe Douglas's 3rd year of trying to fix the offensive line. So
true indeed. But I think
we're not saying give us 35 Pro Bowlers, but giving us 3 or 4 competent stars on the offensive line after 3 years, probably not asking a lot, man.
Hey, not just the O line. The entire offense right now is his. Yeah. Receivers, running backs. Oh, all of it.
Especially
Joe Douglas
but also, especially when you see other teams throughout the NFL having injuries on their offensive line, prominent players, left tackle, right tackle, all this, they have plug and play guys that come right in and they don't skip a beat.
Hey, Tyson, look, the guy who took over for Dallas, the left tackle who came in for Dallas, that kid played his ass off for them. Bro. He was a straight monster. I was like, yo, damn, can we trade for him at the trade deadline? So listen, I understand where you're coming from, but at the same time, man, listen.
Would you have traded Crowder now there, Mr. Big Shot?
Yeah, I would have for him. Hell yeah.
Okay, just checking in.
Hell yeah, I would have, bro. Hell yeah, bro. Like that kid was balling, bro. Like Tyson. But this is the point, Tyson. This is how bad our offensive line has been. But then we watch when the ball gets out of our quarterback. Listen, I have to really step back and think about this. Watching Joe Flacco, watching Mike White, and watching Josh Johnson, I really realized that this offense is okay. Our line has played better. So it's not, and I'm not putting on our young quarterback.
That hasn't been great, but it's been better.
I don't want nobody thinking that I'm on our young quarterback, but the problems we've had this season is because we have a rookie quarterback. That's the problem. And him getting to where he got to get to, he's not there now. Now maybe listen, my goal is the last 3 games of the season I don't see this kid ball out. I don't care what happens in the next 3 games. I want to see this kid ball out the last 3 games. That's telling me we're taking more momentum into next year.
Well, Tyrone, I'm going to stop you there for 1 second. You say, well, because we have a rookie quarterback, then what's the Patriots' excuse if Mac Jones was
that take
I mean, look at them. They're absolutely killing it right now. So at some point, you have to blame coaching a little bit.
Listen, you know what their excuse is? Their excuse is their organization with 6 championship rings. They have they're the greatest coach to probably ever coach in the NFL. They have a system that works for their players, and they have a great owner who understands how important it is to build a team and let your coach. That's the difference between us and the Patriots. It's not about just the quarterback. Anybody can win that system and excel. They could hit any quarterback.
They work for Cam. They work for Cam.
Well, listen, Cam Newton is a player
Even though
that's already past his time.
Work.
He's past his time, bro. He's past his time. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's past
but he's
his
back,
time.
though. You didn't see that?
Yo, he's past his time. That's the whole. Listen, man. Listen,
got benched.
I'm gonna tell you, man.
Bobby Anderson's got no excuses now.
I'm gonna tell you what kills me with people, man, when they compare us to a team like that, man. Listen, that organization, and I hate that organization. I'm not gonna say their name on this show because you know how I feel about them. But that organization, man, they have ran this shit the way it's supposed to be ran, the way we wish our teams ran. So the thing about
I mean, if we're being completely transparent, this offseason we criticized them for trying to buy victories because they drafted so poorly. They went out and spent on all this free agency.
Listen,
they're actually going the opposite way to build their team.
But you know what they do? But you know what they do? You know what they do? They do whatever it takes to fucking win. That's all I want from my team.
You can't. But the blueprint they did, blueprint they did this year is the complete opposite of what we are doing.
But listen, Tyson, they did what it takes.
The opposite of what they always do.
Yeah.
Exactly. But they did what it takes to win. You understand what I'm saying? We drafted. Okay, look,
so then if that's the case, then the next Tyrone, you're going to be blowing your bank next year, blowing on all free agents. You're going to go buck wild and spend like a drunken sailor.
Tyson, let me say, look at the players they bought in. They bought in 2 of the best tight ends in the league, and they bought in probably one of the. Listen, they bought in a player.
So are you building through the draft? Or are you building through free agency, Tyrone?
No, us as
no, you. I'm asking you.
Tyrone's building through the draft, and we'll bring some good players.
So you're not doing you're not the Patriot way right now.
No, I don't want to be. Fuck the Patriots way.
So you're not doing what it takes to win then.
No, listen.
Right,
listen. Their head coach is willing to do whatever it takes. Listen, Tyson, okay, I'm gonna show you the check, please, Tyson. This is the difference right here, Tyson. Their coach can admit that he fucked up. That he can admit that he made bad drafts. And what did he do? He went out and got what it takes for his team to win. We don't do that. We put Band-Aids on stuff, or we bring this guy in who was not qualified, or this guy who we picked up off the street, or he's the 5th best center in the league. Instead of going out and get the best center in the league. That's why they're a better football team than us. Because they can admit their mistakes, but guess what? We're going to correct it however it takes to get it done. That's why we lose, bro. Because we always want to put a Band-Aid on shit and don't fix it, bro. Listen, you fix nothing by subtraction. In this life, nothing gets fixed by just, okay, we're going to put a Band-Aid over it, see what happens in a couple of weeks. We'll get the worst fucking right tackle in the league, but let's hope he plays out. No, that's crazy.
Jake, thanks for calling him, man. We appreciate it.
Yeah, guys, take it easy.
My bad, Jake. Yeah.
Tyrone comes back one night and hijacks everybody's call.
Nah, man, you be trying to blow me out the water, and that's be some bullshit.
I'm not blowing you out the water, but if you want to be,
not to keep it going, but like, isn't Joe Douglas trying to do the opposite? Like, isn't he trying not to avoid the Band-Aids? Like the purpose of like the 2-year deals, the 3-year deals, like putting the minor Band-Aids is the purpose of building through the draft. No.
Yep.
Like that's what he's trying to sell. I'm building through the draft. So like the Band-Aids that we're talking about, they're not meant to be the building. I'm not even trying to defend Joe Douglas here, but like his plan is for not for Band-Aids, but for legitimate building blocks.
Long-term building blocks that are cheap that you get on rookie contracts.
Yeah.
One question.
Yeah.
2 questions I want to ask you.
Yeah.
Was McGovern a Band-Aid?
No, in theory, that was supposed to be an anchor for them.
Were there better centers? Were there better centers out there when we took McGovern?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
But hold on.
This year there were at least like 4 guys they could have brought in.
Wait.
Were there better right guards than Van Roten when we took
No. Let's stay with McGovern. The same McGovern, when the Jets signed him, half the fan base was blowing Joe Douglas for, oh my God, he's the 5th best center here, and look at this stat, and look at that stat, and this is the fucking best center we've had. Dude, everybody said that. Everybody praised the McGovern signing until he sucked. And then they doubled down and brought him back this year.
But Tyson,
so let's remember how this all went down.
Tyson, can I ask you a question? Every center that we let pass in that free agency, right, are excelling, correct?
What?
Every center that we let pass are excelling, correct? Except for the one who got hurt for Green Bay. Everybody else is fucking balling, right?
But this is on Joe Douglas. But when they signed him, everybody praised the move.
Hey,
They said, "Oh,
hey,
he's this, he's
hey.
that, he's good." So and now so he didn't play well last year. This year, I think he's been mediocre. Now they're telling me he's a top 10 center. I fuck up. I must be drunk when I watch these games. I am, but I mean, so I understand your point, but it's just. So we'll go to the next caller. I think our next caller's on vacation. So look at this guy. He's got what is
Hey,
this?
what's up, guys?
He's got palm trees behind him.
Can you hear me?
Where are you
Yeah.
at? A little windy.
He's either in
I'm on
Florida
the
or
bike right
Cali, baby. Yo, what's up, big
I
dog?
told you I'd call you from the.
Where are you?
So I was listening to you guys on the stream, and I can't.
Oh, we lost him. Shit. He's
Jeez.
chilling from
he's
on
on
an
vacation.
island.
Yo, you see,
There he
Can
is.
you hear me?
Now he can. Yeah.
Oh,
Palm
Can you hear me?
trees, baby? Yeah,
Yep.
bro. Where you at, man?
I'm in the middle of the Indian Ocean right now.
Oh my God, bro.
fuck
Loving
you
it,
doing
baby.
out there?
Love it, baby. Your best life.
I'm celebrating my birthday. My birthday was yesterday, so
Happy birthday,
belated
man.
birthday,
happy
bro.
belated, man.
thank you. I appreciate it. PT, let's talk. All right. First of all, I'm getting a lot of shit from all the people in our fantasy football league because I'm trying to. Hold on one second. I'm trying to defend you, dude, but you know.
I don't need anyone to defend me.
Well, I'm not defending you, actually. I'm actually not defending you.
I don't let Cassandra talk her shit. That's all she does. I don't care.
Yeah, he's actually
It's true.
talking shit.
I'm speaking to her about that shit. But the fact is that you need to do your shit, man. You're a lazy little bastard, and you don't do.
Damn.
You don't
you
set
talking
your
about?
lineups. What?
I set my
You-
lineup the last 4 fucking weeks. So what are we talking about?
Uh-oh.
Yes, I got you. All right, fine. Last 4
Okay.
weeks, I got
So
you.
you're bringing up
All
the
right,
same topic we brought
I'm-
up last week. So I don't
Yes,
understand.
and so I'm ending it. Listen, Cassie, I apologize. She wanted to hear it. I apologize to you. You're right. I didn't defend you. My bad. Okay. Now let's move on. The game. Listen, I was listening to you guys. The first half, for God's sakes, they look like shit. And then all of a sudden, they picked it up, and it was good. But honestly, there's a lot more positive than negative, but there's a lot of negatives, So
which one
That's all I
is it?
gotta say.
Is there more positive than negatives or more negatives than positives?
no, I think it's about equal. It's about equal. So
Chicken, the code is available at
All
9.
right. Take care, man. Like I can't do it. It's just that's too much. That one. All right, we're gonna do the next one. We're gonna go
Awful
to. Yeah, that was rough. So we're gonna go to. We'll go to Afram because I think Afram will bring some
Yeah, we need
chaos to
Ashland
this.
right now.
I'm not on a bike, so I'm not gonna huff and puff as I talk. And anger, Kevin. Kevin got a little angry there. So
Jesus, just a little
Yeah.
bit. We were talking about the same thing we talked about last week. I set my lineup, so like, why are we bringing it up again? Unless I was stoked on by the one and only.
just to clarify, I think on the pick is strength of schedule. It doesn't make a difference with head to head. I think it's strength of schedule because
Is that
I
what
think
it
I
was?
ran into this problem last year, and I think it didn't make a difference that we lost. It goes by strength of schedule. So whoever has
Sounds
the
right.
yeah. As far as Wilson, he just tries to do too much. He's got to get that gunslinger mentality out of his head, and you could see it when he tried to just throw that little shuttle to Ty Johnson. And I'm surprised that there wasn't a call for a legal forward pass because it kind of looked like he passed the line of scrimmage too on that play. But I agree with you, Tyson. No more excuses now. The injury was taken out. If he starts to mess up, if he doesn't want to listen to the coaches and play a simple game, take him out. He learn his lesson. It's not about what you want to do. It's what you have to follow. You're just a rookie at this point. And that kind of brings me to the fact that he made that change at the goal line.
Yep.
And he called the play. I'm wondering, and I'm just speculating. I wonder if he had that type of leeway when he was in college, where he could just change the play anytime he wanted to, and they allowed him to make his own calls. And he doesn't have that freedom with this coaching staff because I guess he needs to learn the system. White goes in, he does That's the key one. The Mike White game is the key where he came in and throw it. Flacco, you have to play him differently because he is a veteran. You can't just treat him as a rookie because he can burn you like he did with Elijah Moore.
But
So
even Josh Johnson played okay though.
Exactly. Just follow. I mean, I don't know why he has to blaze the. We know you have a strong arm. You don't have to prove it to us. But you have.
It reminded me of Browning
So-
Nagel, man. Remember Browning Nagel?
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
everything was a
Remember
ping
Browning
pong.
Nagel he had a cannon, but like
Bing.
a little screen pass, he drilled a guy into the friggin' stands. He throw it so hard.
It doesn't work that way. Just follow the process. Get rid of the ball. Just like the way he got a little bump at the end and he pulled it, whatever. He started limping. Just throw the ball. Just throw the ball. Get rid of it.
But is it him being overwhelmed? Is the moment too big for him? Is he trying to think too much? Is he trying to play hero football? Like he's getting like to me, it's like he has the yips. Like it's just he's like super anxious and nervous. Like it's weird.
If my opinion is that if he's playing well in practice and he's coming out in the spotlight, I think he's trying to do too much to show off something. You can't. You just follow the thing. Your chances for the big throws will happen, but you have to keep the defense in check by throwing those. Take what they give you. Eventually, they're going to have to back off. And plus, you didn't have your number one receiver there. And so you had to deal. You had Cole.
Elijah Moore was playing.
No. I'm saying for him because he was used to.
But he has 4 good receivers he's playing with. Yeah, Moore, Crowder, Cole. I mean, Berrios. I mean, he's got a competent guys around him, and he's got 3 good running backs with him.
Well, that's why they ran more. Thank God they ran the ball and they were successful in running the ball.
But I mean, like right now, it's like they're going to try to hide him a little bit because they're going to have to, especially on Sunday. I think this game plan is going to be ultra conservative. Yep. They're going to run the ball a lot. They're going to try to make even more easier passes because they know the environment he's going in against an aggressive defense.
The passes were easy. That's not the issue. I think that they're giving him the option. Throw the easy pass. Take what they give you, and he's looking for that big 20-yard score. He wants the highlight film. And they got to stop that. And that's by pulling him out. You got to pull him out then. You don't want to listen, then watch from the field.
So Ephraim, what would it take for you on Sunday? Sorry, Tyrone. But what would it take for you on Sunday if you see, Zach Wilson strike? What would it take for him to take him out of the game? Like, what would you need to see?
If he continues to do what he's been doing, like the last game, okay. If the second half, you noticed he was calm. He calmed down.
The third quarter it was,
yeah. And maybe he got too happy. He thought he was doing well, and then he went back to the game.
Yeah, he sure did.
If he comes back and does the same thing, then I say, sit for a quarter.
I'm very curious whether or not he's actually making these throws in practice or not, and what practice looks like.
Right now, we could only go by what they say.
That's a good ass point.
No, I know, but I'm just wondering, like, from a fan, like, if it's just him, like, and the nerves and like the speed of the game. Once it's game day, everything just speeds up a little bit, and he's rushing, and that's the reason for
you were training camp, right? You were training camp, right?
Yeah.
What did you see? Did you see him making
these throws in training? I mean, he was missing some of the throws down the field a little bit, but like a lot of the stuff in between the tens, like he wasn't having these issues then. I don't remember it as bad. It was only 4 or 5 times that we were out there.
But was he throwing it with touch? Was it smooth, or was he trying to stip him every pass?
He had full control, man.
So that's telling me he's in the spotlight. He wants to light it up, basically, and it doesn't work that way. You're rookie still.
I think Primetime said the best earlier though. I think they says like he thinks he's a shortstop. Like he's trying to zing every football. And I think, listen, the one advantage I think he had this offseason or this preseason, or when we when we did the joint practices, he had Aaron Rodgers. And Aaron Rodgers said he had the best comment I've ever heard a quarterback say to a rookie. He said, "Look, man, make the game boring. Take the short throws, whatever they give you. You'll make 2 or 3 amazing throws a game, and they'll love you." Yep. Like this kid doesn't understand that. Like, listen, I'm sorry, but it's a really big issue when you can't make 7-yard passes or screen passes or short passes. That's
and you got a kid that's basically in BYU. Everyone's cheering him. Yep. He was it.
Yep.
It was all about him. He had the show. If you'd never watched the videos, they would have him on their network, whatever that. He was it. He was the star. There was no one else. He was the star. He was in the limelight every single time. Now he's not in the limelight. Now he has to follow. This is a team game. in the NFL.
Well, he
It's
was
not about him.
Nah,
Yeah, but that's not
hold on. Nah.
not true though, man. Because
We
when
would
they
love
drafted
him.
him, yep,
Listen,
Oh
he's
no, I know
great.
they love him. I know they love him. Not,
he was a
listen,
rock
maybe
star
I'm
after the
saying it
Titans
wrong.
game.
Maybe I'm saying it wrong.
Listen.
But it's not
If
just
he-
about him all the
If he
time.
wins,
It's
if he
got-
wins for us, we're the most loyal, miserable fan base. If he wins for us, we would love that man for life. You know what I'm saying?
understand
He'll
that.
get
I
free
understand
pizza
that.
forever.
But when he was in college, it was, everything he did was amplified. But now he's got to follow a new system. But he has to obey. He has to listen to that system. He has to listen to his coaches. He has to follow that rule of thumb. And I don't think he's. I think he tries, and then he, out of habit, he wants to go back to that gunslinging attitude, and it's not working for him. And he's got to stop. And the only way right now to stop him is yank his ass off the field. And he's got to learn his lesson at this point. None of this.
Accountable. Yep.
And you don't. And I wouldn't make. And I swear, I wouldn't make an excuse. He was injured. I would just say, I think he needed to just take a step back and watch what's going on. I think he, and let him make him accountable. Let him understand that.
I'd be okay with it. I just don't think I don't think they're going to show him that kind of.
But I think the locker room would respect it too. I think the locker room have a lot more respect for Saleh too. Be like, listen, man, he's holding us all accountable, even the franchise quarterback. Like, we have a standard here. He's not meeting our standard. He's taken out. Yeah. That's the kind of way I look at it. I mean,
I know it took how many games to get the Van Rotten out of there. Yep. they can do the same thing. They have to make, at this point, you got to make it. He's got to learn, and I'm not expecting anything, but I need some progression. Yep. Just need to see him making those throws. And as far as his knee, if he's scrambling around, I think he's fine. Yep. I don't think he's and I think Saleh had said, I don't know if it's true. He said his knee is at a stage where it's not going to get any worse than it is right now. What he has, okay. So he needs to learn to play. He's got to see his teammate play better than him. His buddy there. I know he's a little older, and that was his first NFL start, and he played better. So why don't you watch what he did and the success and the uproar by the fans of how great it was just for dinks and dunks, and everyone was happy because he threw for 400 yards. And if you get a mixed game where you can actually run the ball and then pass and wins will always mask everything else. But he has to grow up. He really has to grow up, and so at these next 6 games, he needs to progress to the point where he understands and he follows the game plan. Everyone else is following the game plan, and things are happening. The interesting thing I want to go back is to what Rex had said when he said, I finally talked to Saleh. He said that he's going to fix this defense, but it's not going to be until the season's over. So I'm wondering now, are they going to draft defense first for what Saleh wants to have done for this defense? It was a strange comment.
Yeah,
but he said that Saleh said he can't fix it. He can't fix it this season, but next season he'll have everything. So this is what Rex said.
You also get Carl Lawson back next year too.
Yeah, Carl Lawson back.
And you get those safeties that you drafted to be linebackers. They get back as well. You know what I'm saying?
I still don't like that comment though. There's 6 games left. Do it. You can fix it now. That should be his focus.
But this is what Rex said. So we take it with a grain of salt. It's not like it came out of Saleh's mouth. So I mean, the next 6 games is telling as far as how this kid listens to his coaching staff, because now it's been proven that if you listen to the coach, things happen. Even like you guys said, the offensive line is actually playing decent. Just get rid of the ball. Just get rid of the ball. You have players now. You got. It is frustrating, but we hope this kid grows up and understands that it's not about him, it's about the team.
Ephraim, thanks for calling, man. We appreciate it.
Anytime. Thank you, guys. Have a good
night. Yep.
Have a good night, man.
So I'm gonna go to this comment real quick here. Tyson, most of these guys won't be here next year for that culture you're talking about, and we aren't getting any free agents after the season to let Zach Wilson get game reps. If he's healthy, play him. First of all, Trav, most of these guys will be here next year because they're all young guys that are playing. All these rookies. That's how you're establishing your culture. Your Michael Carters, your Elijah Moore, your Vera Tucker, all these young guys in secondary. There are a lot of young, impressionable players on this team right now that are helping you establish your culture. So your point is completely wrong. So a lot of these guys are going to be here next year. That you got to set the tone. You got to set your bar. You got to set your standard as an organization, as a team. When you come to play for Saleh and the Jets, this is what we expect out of you. You don't start mailing shit and doing stupid things and say, okay, well, maybe next year will be different. No, this is your tone setting now. That comment's ridiculous. I mean, just, geez. So we're going to go to Nick. What's up, man?
What's up, guys? Outside of Afram, why do people call into the show if they have nothing to say? I just don't understand it. But
we welcome everybody, man. We try to be entertaining.
I understand that, Tyson, but if someone's calling in and they're just like skateboarding in Hawaii not talking about the Jets,
but Nick, do you understand that we've had people calling from Australia and showing us kangaroos, and that made my entire year. I'd rather see a kangaroo than talk to Tyrone. So I mean, this is just where we're at right now.
Okay. I saw Tyrone there. Yeah.
I'm still here.
Yeah. Dude, why does it? I just don't understand why it has to be two extremes. Why can't we just say, okay, Zach Wilson didn't play well, but we still believe in him, or we don't like Zach Wilson, but we still like his talent? Why does it have to be either he's a bust and he sucks, or there's nothing wrong with him and he's going to be the next Peyton Manning, the next Aaron Rodgers?
Yep.
Why can't there be somewhere in the middle? I'm so tired of this split fan base where both sides are just completely split, and one side is rooting for Wilson to fail, and the other one is rooting for.
I know what you're saying, dude. It's just Twitter right now is a disaster with the quarterback take.
I just don't understand.
It's not even worth going on there.
I just don't understand it. It's.
But the
you
most
guys agree? I don't understand why this fan base is so split and why we can't just
because we're tired of losing.
Down.
We're tired of poor quarterback play. We all want the same thing, but we're going about it different ways, and we're always used to the worst case scenario actually playing out. But the more important question is, how is this coaching staff going to handle a struggling rookie quarterback now going to play in his first home game since his injury? Because he has to play well, dude. I'm telling you, I know this fan base, and half the stadium's probably going to be Eagles fans anyway, which is going to be ugly, but I'm telling you, this coaching staff has their hands full.
That comment by Wilson. That comment by Wilson after the game, that my knee's not 100%. Then why are you playing?
We said his knee wasn't stable, which is a weird comment to say.
Yeah, but does that mean it's not 100%? Because he had a post-game interview. I don't know if you saw, but it was on the field after the game where he kind of was it's not 100%, but we found a way to win. Dude, are you trying to kill this kid? I do want to get him the reps, but if he's not fully healthy, I don't understand why you would play him at all.
Yep.
I mean,
that's kind of like what we talked about last year with the Mekhi Becton. Save him from himself if he's not 100% healthy. When he was out there, I think it was for the Thursday night game with the Broncos. He clearly wasn't healthy. They put him out there. He got hurt worse, and he ended up missing 3 or 4 weeks. So I mean, if he's not 100%, he's your franchise guy. This is a long-term investment. What are you really learning about him playing at 70 or 80% right now, especially when you're 3-8 and he's not playing well?
Yeah.
So if that's the reason, let him get healthy, and we can revisit it in another couple weeks. No rush.
Prime time. I kind of have a bone to pick with you here, if that's okay.
Yes, we're welcome.
Go for it. Okay. Go for it.
So you're saying we still should have traded the number 2 pick?
Oh no. This guy.
I couldn't help myself, dude. After hearing the Texans stream last night, I couldn't help myself.
That was my belief then, and I still believe it now. Yes.
Why?
I'm not interested in harping on it, but I can quickly say that I still don't believe that we had the right environment for a young quarterback right now. And you look at our roster right now, we've got holes everywhere. So I thought that was a great chance to build around the roster. I'm not focused on
who's your quarterback in 2020 or 2023.
I can't do this.
I wasn't focused on the quarterback. I was focused on my team. I was focused on building the roster.
But you also could have offset that. You know how you could have offset that by taking Zach Wilson too? You have a veteran quarterback on the roster in May.
That's what I was saying.
That could have changed all of this.
Who would have been our quarterback?
No, you could have did that. I would see everybody's about we want the quarterback now. We want the quarterback now. We want the quarterback now. I get it. I want the franchise quarterback now too. But I'm looking at our offensive line.
But you don't know if you're going to have the number 2 pick 10 years from now.
Prime time. Who's our quarterback?
We got 4 and 5 right now.
Prime time. Who was our quarterback going to be? We traded them.
What does it matter? We're 3 and fucking 8 right now. What does it matter? What does it matter?
Yo, your boy sucks.
That's one of
fucking
11 guys.
I'm not
sucks.
doing this conversation
Who's
again.
talking
We
about
can't.
him?
No, I don't want to, but I just had to.
I don't
Why
want
are we
to,
talking about
skip
him? Who
this
even
shit.
brought him up? I'm
This
not
is
even
awful,
talking
bro.
This
about him.
conversation.
Yo,
I'm not
Older
talking
than
about
her.
him. You
listen.
brought him up. Holy shit.
Zach is our quarterback, man. That shit doesn't even.
You
Yeah,
guys had to
and I'm
bring it up after
fine
hearing
with
the
it.
Texans
And I'm fine
trade.
with it. I'm
Yeah,
not. I'm not going back to it.
Nick, the point of anything is once you take the number 2 quarterback, you have an insurance policy if he's not ready or he can't play. And the Jets didn't do that.
Yeah.
They had Mike White and they kept trotting Zach Wilson out there and he was completely overwhelmed and playing like shit and never held him accountable. He
I'm
kept
not disputing that.
and then he got hurt.
I'm not disputing that for people to say we shouldn't have drafted a quarterback.
Who gives a fuck what people say? Let's just deal with what we have now.
Yeah,
The
I
thing
understand
what
that.
we got to worry about now is what we have on the field, and right now he's struggling. And how do we handle him going forward? That's the most important thing. I don't give a fuck about last year or the draft.
Me neither, but
he's here
I tried to
now. We
bring up
can't go
what's on
back and
my
change
mind.
it. Oh, he's here now. We can't
Like,
go back
Nick,
and change it.
Nick,
I have no interest in
listen.
harping on it. That was just my opinion on it.
okay,
Zach's
shake
our
hands. Prime
quarterback.
time, shake hands. Yeah,
We're good.
yeah, shake hands. Okay.
Have
Okay.
a good night, man.
Have a good
Wait.
Have a
One
good
second.
night.
Okay, one more.
One more thing I just wanted to say. To me, it just seemed like Wilson looked scared, and that's just kind of strange to me. Like he looked like he never saw a blitz before, which is kind of concerning. And I feel like that should be what training camp is for. Like he looks kind of rattled a little
He
bit.
looks overwhelmed, man.
It's just strange. Like he's never seen any of this defense before. He's confused on what the coverage is. And I completely understand he's a rookie, but I mean, he looks like a deer in headlights. He looks like he's scared of like the defensive lineman, that he's scared of the corners. He's scared to throw in certain ways, even though these guys are wide open. It's just, I don't know.
You're right,
it's just
dude.
very strange and that's concerning.
He looks
Yeah.
overwhelmed. He looks anxious. He looks scared. He's not trusting his eyes. He's not trusting his arm. It's all kinds of things, man. So thanks for calling, man. We appreciate it.
All right, I apologize if I lit a fire, but that was just what was on my mind. Okay.
Nah, Nick, you normally on point, Nick. Hey, Nick, you
You just added some gasoline to what Kieran started, so you're good, man.
Yeah,
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
You normally on point, Nick. Man, I'm disappointed tonight, bro.
I can't speak what's on my mind, Tyson. I got to speak what's on my mind. And sometimes
That's
it comes out
Tyrone.
shitty.
Don't blame this shit on me. It's Tyrone saying it.
I'm just saying, Nick. You normally my guy, Nick. Now
Everybody's got highs and lows.
Okay.
You're
Tighten
right
up,
now.
man.
This
Tighten
call,
up. Tighten
your
up.
call tonight was Zach Wilson versus the Texans. That's what your call was.
Okay.
Have a good night.
All right, have a good night, guys. Yeah.
Oh, this stream is a disaster tonight.
I thought
Nick
the Jets won on
normally-
Sunday. What the fuck
Yo,
happened?
Nick's normally on point though, man. Nick normally knocked out the park, bro. But that
This
Sam
one,
Donald
yeah.
shit
I mean,
had
that nothing. So we'll go to let's see. We'll go to some comments real quick. He hasn't seen defenses yet. He's from BYU. I mean, Wilson's just struggling, man. That's all it is. There's just no matter how you break it down. Let's see. This will be the best recap show of the year. Mark my words. Oh, the season recap show? I can't even imagine. Poor Romeo's going to have it. He has endless content for us this year. This is not. Let's see. If we're being honest, Sam looked more comfortable in his first year than Wilson did. It's probably true. It's probably
Especially
true.
after the injury.
Yep.
Before the injury, he had his ups and downs. When he came back
Sam
to
ain't
those
looking
final
good.
4
Sam ain't
games. That was what I held on to for 3 years. Those final 4 games.
So wait, this is wait, hold on. Hold on. Where's a good comment? This is perfect. This is the summary of our stream. Jets win and the fans call in. Stream is all up in chaos. That's what we do here, man. Because it wasn't completely pretty. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna bring this back to reality. We're gonna bring some sanity back to the show, real things completely in, and get us back on the right track.
No.
What's up, man?
Oh my God! I already knew who it was, baby.
Playing games.
What's up, bro?
What's up, man?
Nothing. You know, I'm enjoying the Schadenfreude of Seahawks.
Just take this. You can answer, man. We got all the time in the world. But answer the call. It's
Answer
fine.
the phone, man.
No
Tell
big
me
deal,
that.
man. We got all the time in the world, man. No big deal.
You got a fucking intercom? Like, what the fuck is that?
Sorry to someone else.
I feel like I'm at school in the loudspeaker.
That's just my phone, regular tone.
Just.
Okay, can I get back to what I was saying?
Holy sh-
Go ahead, man. We got.
Hey, Vin, how was your holiday, man? How was your holiday? What you do, man? You enjoy the family?
I think it's good. I spent time with my grandfather, my family, my grandparents.
That's good.
My grandfather thought he was a mob boss, but you know that's just the dementia talking.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
I can't really comment on that, but
What-
okay.
Yeah, what you had to eat, bro? You ate good, man? Did you eat anything
And,
different?
you know, the usual turkey, stuffing.
Any
mashed
peppers?
potato. What?
Any peppers?
No peppers.
So
Okay.
how do you feel about the game Sunday, man? And Zach's performance, man. I've been waiting for your comment all night, bro. That's what I've been looking for. So let us have it, bro. The floor is yours.
Given the context of the situation, it's like I want it to be better, but like I'm not gonna kill him. I want improvement. Like, I'm not gonna.
Wait, what happened? What happened? What did I
What's
miss?
this? Go ahead. I don't know. I don't know what happened just now.
What,
Go ahead, bro.
what did I miss?
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
But like, you know what? I want. Look, he's got to get better, but there's plenty of time for him to get better. That's just my thought. I'm happy for the win. Like, honestly,
We
there's
gotta
a
put
lot
you
of
on mute, Tyrone?
what I really want to talk about is
I think Tyrone had an edible.
Can we go back? Can we go back
I
to
think
your
Tyrone had, like,
takes
an
on Zach
edible or some
Wilson?
shit.
Though I got a question though. So you're saying he wasn't good, but he can get better. What do you want to see better out of him on this Sunday? Like you want to see short-term improvement, though, right?
I want to. Well, here's the thing I like. Here's one of the things I did like from the Texans game. I think everyone can agree on. I like that he was spreading the ball around. On the first drive, the opening half, he spread the ball to 6 different receivers. I like the fact that he isn't getting like fixated on 1 or 2 guys.
He only completed 14 passes.
Spread it around.
Yeah, I'm just thinking like up until this point, he's always throwing to 1 or 2 guys. It's either Keelan Cole or Corey Davis.
Okay, so you like that he spread it around, which
Yeah.
Okay. What else did you like about his play on Sunday?
Well, I like that he wasn't afraid to run. I like the fact that he rushed in for the touchdown, wasn't afraid.
Okay.
That's guts. You're coming off a knee injury. Maybe you're going to be a little cautious there, but no, he said, "I'm going to take it in myself."
Okay, so what did you not like about his game on Sunday?
Not. Sorry, can you hold on 5 seconds? Not now.
Oh, shit. This is it for me. I quit.
I can't take them.
I'm done.
Please.
I quit. I'm done. I can't do this.
Who's that?
I'm gonna cash
Who's
app
that?
your money back, Tyson.
Who's
I'm about to
that?
cash app Tyson. I'm gonna send you all your money back, man. I can't do this no more, man. I can't take this, bro. I just spit out all my drink on my floor, bro. I'm done, bro. I had tears in my fucking eyes, bro. I am crying, bro. Real tears in this motherfucker, bro. Like, yo, my man Vince makes me laugh, bro. He's still
I'm done. I'm fucking done.
Yo, greatest call ever, bro. This is the best stream ever, bro.
It was like that movie, Wedding Crashers. Mom, the meatloaf.
We want it now.
What is that?
Oh,
Not
dude.
right now.
My God.
Oh, yeah.
What can we do in here?
Oh my
Hey, look,
God.
man.
What can we do?
Was that really his mom? Was he yelling at his mom?
I don't know who he was yelling at, bro, but hey, the phone got
Oh,
me.
man.
The phone, when the phone rang, I was done, bro.
I just don't understand what the
Did he throw something at her?
I don't know what's going on.
No,
I
he
don't
was
know
waving
what
his
we're
hands
doing.
like, not right now, yo.
I think he
Oh,
threw
my
something.
God. Oh,
I don't know
my
what
God.
we just.
I got
I don't know
tears
what
in my
happened.
eyes.
I
I'm
just.
hurting, bro.
I don't know how we have viewers. I genuinely don't know.
Yo.
Holy shit! There is nothing about the Jets we talk about. We just get sidetracked so easily. What the fuck,
Hey, bro, listen. When Vincent comes on, bro, it's all out the window.
dude?
Hey, look,
My
we
eyes
had
are
a-
tearing. Let's bring
Bro.
Vinny on. We gotta bring somebody on. 'Cause I can't even talk right now. What's up, man?
How do you bring me on after that guy?
Good luck, man.
Hey,
man,
how
get back to
could I
normal, V.
follow up with that?
Hey, bro,
Oh,
don't
so
know,
I
man. It's
thought,
gonna
you
be
know,
hard, bro.
I wanted to, if I get cut off, by the way, just bring me back on. Hopefully it doesn't happen 3 times. But let's start with just back to positive vibes, because I thought the team won this week. And then, we're blasting the quarterback, the coach, and XYZ. So, some good news I wanted to share with the stream, by the way. I found out I'm going to be a dad again.
Oh, congratulations,
Right.
man!
Congrats,
Yes,
man.
sir. Another Jet
Congrats.
family
Excellent.
member. Yes,
So
sir.
the funny thing is, though, when you're a Jets fan, the first thing everybody had to put in my face, they're like, whatever you do, please do not raise them a Jets fan.
Probably
Hey,
right.
Vinny,
So
hey,
it's-
Vinny, hey, there's no other way, right, bro? There's no other way, baby.
Well, you want to know something? I'm gonna have a boy. Well, we had a girl first, and when she was born, I put her right next to the Jets helmet, and the caption I put when I announced that we became parents was "passing the curse."
Facts, bro.
Congratulations, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, Vin,
Thank you,
congrats.
man.
But real quick though, I don't think we've said, at least I don't think we've said one word about Salah tonight, at least negatively. I mean, the past 2 weeks and even this week, he was showing some more energy on the sidelines. I felt like he was more aggressive on some of the calls, going for it on fourth down a couple times.
We
Like,
praised
he's
him last
showing me
night.
a little bit more. Yeah,
No,
he's
I
shown me a lot these last 2
I
weeks.
saw the man
Yeah.
fist pumping on the sideline, so he was excited. Just I expected a lot more than 145 yards through the air for Wilson. Like going into next Sunday, I think a low bar for us should be 250 through the air, no touchdowns, but don't turn the ball over. Just manage the game. You know what I mean? And a lot of that is not completely his fault because I think I can't even pronounce his name. The doctor at right guard, he played a much better game than Van Ron, but there were still issues where the line was getting blown up. So I can't hold Wilson accountable for all that. That being said, I said it on yesterday's show towards the end or whatnot. If we have one premier free agent that they bring in next year, I hope to God it's Brandon Sheriff, the right guard from the Washington football team. My plan would be this. Left tackle, you got Becton, then you got Vera Tucker at left guard. Center, if he's available at the top of the first round, I get that kid from Iowa State, Linderbaum, with one of the 2 first-round picks. Sheriff at right guard, and I would be totally fine bringing back Moses or putting Fant on the right side. Get rid of Van Roen, even get rid of Feeney. He was another waste. I don't know why he was here. He had an awful preseason, awful. And I don't know, is Cam Clark still coming back next year? Or is he done?
They said that they're going to let him comment on his career, which means it could be pretty serious.
Oh, that I did not know that.
He might not come back, bro.
God,
they said they asked Salah about it, and Salah said they don't. They said he's recovering well, but they won't let him let him speak about it when he's ready or some shit. I don't know. If
It was like it was a neck injury, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't know it was that serious though, bro. Like, wow.
That's too damn bad. He was such a good kid too, real positive attitude when he was at, they had him speak at the podium during the summertime. But I mean, it is what it is. They got to get more pieces run. And of the games coming up, I'm not going to even talk about Bills, Bucks towards the end. I expect them to lose, but 4 of the next 6, if they can win 3 of them, if you can finish 6-11 at the end of the year, triple your win total. I know it's a lot. I know, but they are winnable games. It's not completely out of the realm. I'm not saying 4.
Is Sunday's game considered winnable?
I think so.
I think so too.
Is Jalen Hurts playing? Do we even know?
Yeah, he's playing.
He's banged up.
But even if he is playing, is he that good? Is he? I don't think he is.
I mean, but Vinny, let me ask you a question, Vinny. Which Jets defense gonna show up? Because they got great receivers and he can run the ball, and that's what we can expose that. So, like, what defense gonna show up? And the defense that showed up last week that was dominating, or the one that show up, we win, they fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Which one we gonna get?
And that's a very good question. But you know what? If you got to stop the run, they have to start loading the box, and then you got to hope to God that the secondary shows up.
But Vinny, who gonna check Smith 1-on-1? Like, kid's a straight savage, Kid's a beast. No, if you check it in 1-on-1, you got to give help with him.
No, I hear you 100%. You got to think that Ulbrich is gonna have Salah in his ear leading up to the game. I can't believe though that Salah really just has no say in this defense whatsoever. I mean, that's his bread and butter. The guy's a defensive coordinator at heart. You got to figure he's implementing some type of special scheme for every single game and telling Ulbrich, okay, this is what I want for this look. This is what I want for that look. This is what I want for this situation. So I can't, believe that it's all on Ulbrich at the end of the day, especially being a rookie defensive coordinator.
Yeah. Good. Excellent call, man. I can't argue with you. I mean, Sunday's gonna be quite interesting. Tyrone made a really good point. What defense shows up, because the Eagles are coming off a loss. They're gonna be definitely motivated to do it. And they have a lot of their strengths are our weaknesses. They got a lot of team speed. They're pretty aggressive. The quarterback's pretty versatile. He's erratic as all hell, but it's going to be interesting.
They're 6.5 point dogs at home. I just think it's way too much. I don't think they're going to annihilate. It's a game like last week. It's 2 bad teams. I think it's a toss up either way. I'm not saying we could, we're going to win, but we could. There's a lot of potential there. Why the heck not? You got to make this team appealing going to the next off season for potential free agents.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna say this right here though. I mean, the one thing we're overlooking with the Eagles, I don't want to go too far because I know people should come on Friday, but I want to say this right here. Like, the Eagles are a better team than us. You understand that? Like, their quarterback can, the last 3 weeks, this kid's been running all over people. Their defense is physical up front. The one problem we have, if our quarterback holds the ball too long, if he's holding the ball too long, they're going to tear him up, bro. This is the situation right here. And the one thing I'm saying about Salah, the one thing he does that I want him to see him improve on is game management and timeout management. Like, you know what I'm saying? I like the fact that he called timeout to go forward on 4th down. I appreciate that. But that's 2 timeouts you burnt back to back. And also, I'm going to say this right here. If we do not, you know what I'm saying? We do not get the ball in his hands quick. The Eagles defense, man, bro, they're physical up front. The one thing they can do is be physical. And the one thing that our offensive line has not done all season is be physical. You know what I'm saying? We got one dog on the line. That's it.
Pretty much. But you know what? I wanted to make one last point. I don't know if anyone acknowledged this. On the 2-point conversion that they sent Josh Johnson on there, more of a question, though. Did they send him out there because they didn't believe that Wilson could run the play, or was Wilson's knee really bother him at that point?
Because they called running plays for him later in the game, though, for Wilson, though. They had him rolling out and running around and stuff, though.
But did you see they had Wilson? They had Wilson split out at wide receiver. Me personally, I can't stand that. They did that with Pennington. They did that with Sam. What's the sense in putting him out there?
I feel
that part made no sense. But the play call though, that was a designed quarterback run. I don't think they called any designed quarterback runs for Wilson. The one that he ran in was that was improv on his own. I mean, I know he rolled out a couple times, but
yeah, I'm happy they converted it. My question is why? You know. Why?
It was creative, though. It was definitely shocking.
Hey, that was a great juke, though, too, bro. Like that stutter step, yo, that was sweet, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. That was a sweet move, man.
I think if he was 100%, though, he's running that play, not Johnson.
So you're saying it has more to do with injury prime time?
I think so, yeah. Playing it a little bit cautious, absolutely.
Oof. I don't know.
I mean, if you're calling a quarterback run where you know your quarterback's going to get hit, I mean, he already took a bunch of shots in that.
But I'm saying if his
you want to try to at least limit some of the damage.
No, I hear. I'm just saying, if his knee truly hurts or you're worried about anything with leading to injury, put another receiver out there because the corner that did line up on Wilson, he knew the ball wasn't going that way.
Absolutely right.
Yep. No, I completely agree.
Vinny, excellent call, man, and congratulations again.
Yeah,
thanks again for having me, fellas.
Have a good
congrats,
night,
dude.
Bro.
All right, we will go to Sneakers to Boots. What's up, man?
What's up, fellas?
Why didn't you just buy a shirt, man? We can just send you. Now we got to send you a shirt.
No, I'm gonna buy a shirt anyway. I'm gonna buy.
No, you don't have to buy a shirt. We'll just send you one.
No, don't worry about it.
What are we doing here?
I appreciate the stuff you guys do for charity and whatnot. It's always nice, especially around the holidays. So it's nice to see kids with their smiles on their face, especially this time of year. So just
we definitely appreciate it.
And I'll buy a shirt anyway, so don't worry about it.
Don't buy anything. I'll send it back to you. We're giving it to you.
Yeah, we're refunding you if you do.
All right. I mean, I'll try to buy one anyway, but let's just talk. Yeah, so we got positive to talk about. But thanks for Vinny for buffering that wonderful call from Vincent. You should bring him back on, to be honest. And you got a question. What the hell we just witnessed?
I don't know what we just witnessed.
Amazing laugh, though, bro. I had to laugh, though. Good one.
Crazy.
Yeah, but I mean, we've already talked about it. Like Zach Wilson, either people are going by his wayside and defending him tooth and nail, or they're basically butchering him like he's a piece of meat. So, I mean, I'm right in the middle. He's a rookie. He's gonna have his lumps. He's gonna have his struggles. But it does give me a little bit worried when every time he drops back, I feel like I'm gonna have a heart attack or a palpitation. It's just like he just looks so uneasy. Like I don't even care if he makes the throw. There was even one across the middle where it was like a third down completion to Elijah Moore. And Elijah Moore had a great catch with open palms. It wasn't even a good throw. So, I mean, some of the throws, he needs to clean it up.
Even the 4th down throw to Keelan Cole was a little bit behind him.
Yep.
It's not the only harp on the negative. I mean, I thought he did settle down a little bit in the second half. He hit more on a couple balls. He had the one to Berrios, some nice yards after the catch. I thought he settled in, was trying to play a little bit smarter. It's just those short passes, man. I don't know what the deal is.
But I got a question. Does it seem like he has a better rapport with Berrios than anybody else when Davis not in the game?
I don't think he had to report anybody. He looked like he was just struggling.
Those Berrios catches were great throws and pretty catches. You know what I mean? It just seemed like everyone else, he struggled to get the ball too. But Berrios, it's like it was very easy for him. You know what I'm saying? Like he was comfortable throwing the ball to him. Like I don't know. It just seemed like to me.
I mean, he
No.
does have a little bit of a prior connection to him, at least early in the year, right? So, I mean, he's definitely missing Davis because he was going to him regardless if he was double covered, even triple covered, I felt like in the beginning of the year. But it does kind of worry me, though, that we had Mark Sanchez, Geno Smith.
God damn, Tyrone, that was a big gulp right there. You all right, man? You thirsty?
Listen, I gotta do my
Jeez,
gallon. I do my gallon
damn.
every day, bro. I gotta knock my
You
gallon
almost had a full gallon just now.
Yeah, it's
Holy
hard. Yo,
shit.
it's hard to finish this last bit of water, bro. It kills me, bro. It kills me.
Damn. Good. Sorry.
No, I was just saying, watching Sanchez and even Geno and Sam Darnold making those short, quick passes, and Zach can't do that.
Even Mike White.
The opposite. And even Mike White, like Joe Flacco. But then Zach Wilson did his thing where he rolled out to his left, threw across his body to the back of the end zone, and almost had a touchdown. It was a catchable ball. It didn't hit the ground, but I mean, that would have been an amazing play, an amazing catch. But yeah,
timing though. I mean, you think that, like, to me, like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not concerned with this short passing right now. I think it's all mechanics, and I think that once he learns to just put a little bit more touch on the ball, you don't got to zip it in there, he'll be fine. I mean, that's coachable. You know what I'm saying? Those kind of throws are coachable. Yeah.
Well, I think it's actually a thing what Primetime said yesterday with how he might have like 7-8 coaches yelling at him, not yelling at him, but telling him what to do, how to do it, when to do it, why to do it. And sometimes you just got to like cancel all that noise, even in your coaches, and just play ball.
Well, he's like, it seems like he's swimming a little bit, like in his head. He's just kind of like just overwhelmed. Then he goes to the sideline. And Primetime is right. He goes to the sideline. He has 3 guys surrounding him. Like, one's got the iPad, one's got this, one's pointing, I'm like, holy shit. Like,
but his quarterback coach Tyson ain't you know what I'm saying? Like to me, his quarterback coach is strictly mechanics to get him somebody comfortable when he comes off the field.
What the hell is John Beck then?
Well, listen,
and not for nothing.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying that, you know, his quarterback coach can't help him with the game. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. I think it's just mechanics. There was one coach that they brought in is for his mechanics, and one coach is for, you know what I'm saying, what he sees on the field.
He's got,
you know what I mean?
Tyrone, he's got 2 quarterbacks coaches.
I know
he's got a team quarterback coach and his own personal quarterback coach.
Exactly.
He's got 2 of them.
One's for mechanics, because his personal quarterback coach can't help him with what he's seeing on the field. You know what I'm saying? He's not an NFL guy. You feel me?
Calabrese actually wasn't even on the sideline this past game. He was in COVID protocol. I don't know if you guys know that.
Yeah, so
that. Well, Kavanaugh was. Matt Kavanaugh was.
Yeah, I mean, not Kavanaugh. Was it, or Calabrese? Calabrese, sorry.
Yeah.
There's too many to count. But here's the thing, though. Like, I worry, especially during the game, that there's too much focus on the mechanics and stuff. Like, that shit should be sorted out in practice. Like, if you want to focus on mechanics in practice, fine. Game time, it should be all about reading defenses, understanding the playbook, like knowing where your receivers are going to be. That should be like everything that's in his head. So like if he's worried about the mechanics on the sideline during the 60 minutes of the game, that's a problem. And so that's why I worry a little bit about like Beck being there along with all the other coaches. Like they can't all have the same message, especially when Beck just got here.
It should be more about like, here's the defense, they're blitzing here, here's what to look for, like stuff like that, not fix your finger motion, whatever else is doing.
That's all shit that you figure out and you do all the repetitive, reps in practice. Game day, you can't be worried about that shit.
Yeah, if he's worried about putting his foot 2 degrees to the left, then we have an issue. Like we
but
can't.
See, the thing is, like, if anything, you got to be like, listen, man, control your velocity. Something, listen, you're throwing the ball way too hard in the wrong situations. Like it's something like that. You could try to tell him, like, listen, you don't need a fastball when the guy's 5 yards away from you.
Yeah, that's going to cause more incomplete passes. But he did settle down. He did lead us on 2 crucial drives near the end of the half, and then coming out. So it's just going to take time, man. We got a rookie staff, rookie head coach, rookie.
Yeah. Hold on. Okay. Listen, the excuse of rookie head coach, rookie this, all this shit is starting to go by the wayside now, man. Because we've seen the offense run with 3 other quarterbacks, and one of them is completely unproven in Mike White. So I'm not lowering the bar even further for Zach Wilson. So we can be patient. We can give him time. We could also hold him a little more accountable, expect more from him. And expecting more isn't saying 340 yards, but saying get 200 yards and spread the ball around and hit the easy passes. Like, we're not asking for a lot, man, but we should expect more. Like, you can't, like, we're babying him to the point where we're justifying everything he's doing wrong. Be like, he's only played 6 games. If I hear he only played 6 games one more time, I'm going to drive myself crazy because now we're letting him off the hook with everything. Like almost like every mistake he makes is fine. No big deal. He's still young. Okay, it could be no big deal, but hold him accountable. He can't keep doing it. Like we all expected after this little break, after learning from his injury, that he's going to make some better decisions. He didn't do that. He didn't make the easy throws. So yes, he had a couple good drives, but overall, of a 4-quarter game, he probably played what? A good quarter and a half?
If that. Yeah.
So going into the Eagle game, we want to see at least a good half football, like 3 quarters. Like he's got to start, like Salah says, you got to start stacking good performances, stacking good things. He hasn't done that yet since he's been a Jet.
Well, at least our team's going in the right direction, though, right? We had 18 unanswered points, so that's good.
No, the defense. I mean, listen. If you look at,
like,
we
he's trying to
haven't
bring
touched.
something up.
No, we haven't touched on the defense. You know, the defense picked the offense up. You have Quincy Williams, Bryce Hall played well. There's a lot of good things, but right now, this season for the next 6 games is about the development of this quarterback. Like that's what what it's about. Because next year, what's going to be? What is Zach Wilson? Because we want to try to take the next level. We want to get to winning maybe 7 or 8 games or whatever else. It's all comes. The NFL is a quarterback league, man. That's what it is.
We're winning out, though. That's definitely 100%.
You sure we're winning out?
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm just kidding.
I mean,
you sound like prime time now.
To me, just
3 games out.
watching him progress, man, is the biggest thing, man. That's all I really want to see, man. And I want to see competitive football, but like, you know, we were talking earlier, like the defense plays so well this week, but we know what happens when, you know, like the defense haven't stacked up good performances. You know what I'm saying? Like they had this amazing, they come out here and play amazing, and then next week, you know what I'm saying? They get comfortable and they fall down. So I'm hoping that I see that. If I can see progression every week for certain players, like, you know, defensive line, my cornerback's getting better, my offensive line play better, and my quarterback progression. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm not expecting him to come out and throw for 350 yards, but if he comes out with like 260, you know, a touchdown, and you know what I'm saying, and some good passes, and, you know, I'm happy with that because I'm watching them grow. I don't want to wait till next year for him not to do his job. I want him to come in next year, hit the ground running, and know that every week we can come out and we're going to be in any game. That's what I'm looking for a young quarterback. That's why this year I was okay with us not being, you know, I'm not pissed off that we're 3-8. I'm pissed off we're 3-8, but I'm not fucking going crazy and, you know, burn down, you know.
But Tyrone, but what we said as a group, pretty much the entire fan base, was we expected all of the growing pains and learning curves, but the goal for the offense and Zach Wilson was play good football in December. Yep. Isn't that what we said? Yeah, guess what tomorrow is? Unfortunately, you got hurt, but tomorrow's December. You got 6 games, man. Like, we can't keep saying, okay, you know what, maybe next week. A couple more maybe next week, season's over. So he's got to show, like, right now, you can't pinpoint one thing that he's improved since his first game. There's not one thing. Is there?
His back has played better than he has. Prime time, am I right?
The Mike White game killed him, man. That's what's giving us all a problem.
No.
I'm trying to think of something I can say to defend him and be in Wilson's corner, because it's all true. He has, I mean, I know you don't want to hear it, but he has only played 6 games. I mean, what is the expectation at that point for a rookie quarterback? Obviously, I think it should be higher than what we've seen, but I mean, just judging off this past game, you know, he was out for 4 games. I don't know if the knee's still bothering him or not. We did see a lot of the same mistakes that he was making prior. I think he absolutely has to be better, but you know, does it have any impact on next year? Like, if he finishes strong this year, does it automatically carry over into next year? He's still going to be working with new guys. There's still going to be new tape on him. It's a long-term process, and I don't know how much these next 6 weeks really matter at this point right now.
But what it will do is if he doesn't finish the season strong, it's put a lot more pressure on him for next year. Like the pressure week by week is building up on him now. Whatever people want to say, be patient, but there's a portion of this fan base that's not patient, and the media is going to be all over it. He struggles again on Sunday. The story keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger until he changes the page. He's got to turn the corner and figure out just to give us, and it's not like we keep saying, it's not even a lot. Just be responsibly manage the game, make solid throws, and get off the field. And that's it. We're not asking for a lot.
Tyson, can I say one thing?
Go ahead.
Hey, trust the process, baby.
I'm going to have the shirt, man. I'll have the shirt. I trust it every week.
Shirts are available. Last day, baby. Trust the process.
This process is killing my friggin' liver is what it's doing.
I just wanted to bring up one point. What do you guys think of? No, just what do you guys think of Quinnen in the defense? I know John Franklin Myers got his due, and he balled out yesterday or Sunday. But it's kind of what have you done for me lately? But Quinnen Williams, he's actually basically at the same stats he had last year, and we still have 6 games left. He's got 6 sacks. He had 7 last year.
In a
He's
match with
got
Austin,
12
bro.
QB hits, and he had 14 QB hits last year. So,
Bro.
yeah,
Question for you.
Imagine Lawson being there.
Question for you. Do you think it's a given they're picking up his 5th-year option?
Yes, sir.
I would at least pick it up. Yeah, I would. I mean, I don't agree with the whole play 62% of the plays bullshit.
Yeah,
but
I don't believe that. I don't agree with it either.
But if you've noticed though, when he makes plays, it's when we need him the most, especially when against the Cincy game on the 4th and 1 when we need to defend that that blade of grass. And even this past Sunday, it was I think on a 3rd down. It was a 3rd down. They were getting into field goal range. So he's been balling out when we need him too. So they're using him a little bit differently than I prefer. I'd rather him just go straight up right into the quarterback's lap, but they're kind of using him in a lot more stunts and kind of using him across linemen's faces. But whatever gets the job done. Honestly.
Even Rankin's had some big plays this week. They all took turns making big plays, which is what you want to see. But now you gotta stack it up and do it for a couple weeks in a row because they've had a lot of no-show performances.
Can I say one thing though?
No.
Quincy Williams has been absolutely, bro, just a straight monster, bro. Did you see that hit to the running back, bro?
Yep.
Like, watch that, So, dude told me today, watch it on Instagram, bro. When I say, man, he lit it, bro. Oh my, kid is like, man, I love when he plays, man. Like, I didn't like.
No, I was just gonna say if him and Quinnen they come up with a stupid nickname, I'm literally gonna not watch the game because one of them will fucking get hurt, one of them will break a leg.
It always
like
happens.
the same thing with Becton and AVT Smash Bros. That lasted 2 days, and then Becton unfortunately got hurt. So we don't have a good track record. But I'll let you guys get to the next few callers. Tyson, don't send me my money back. I'll still buy a shirt.
I'm sending you money back. Thank you again for donation, man. We appreciate it.
Hey, thanks for
No
have a good night, bro.
Have a good one, guys.
Have a good night.
What the hell's the score? The Knicks lose? I'm trying to watch this.
Nah.
No, it's 105, 105.
105. God, man.
I'm trying to watch.
That was a big
I'm
shot.
trying to watch and be respectful, but
Tyson, I know what you're watching, Tyson. I can tell when you look up, you get quiet. I already know what you're doing. That three just got me, bro. I'm telling you.
I hate the Nets. I absolutely hate the Nets.
Well, now they're losing.
Oh, fuck. All right. So Trav had apparently Trav wants to take me to task. So since everybody's been picking on Tyrone and primetime, now we can fight. Bring on the fight.
First off, let me just say what's up to everybody before I really get to the points I want to make. It's good
We
to
don't
see
care
all
about the
y'all.
what's up. Save us all the greetings. Can give two shits about that.
Okay, listen, Tyson. My issue with you comparing the Tua situation to benching ZW is that Miami Dolphin team was in contention with Fitzpatrick and could have been a playoff team. This Jet team is not going to the playoffs with Mike White, Joe Flacco, or any of these guys starting. The situations are not comparable whatsoever.
Tua was Tua not costing them games because he wasn't playing well. He was
They were a team that could go somewhere, so it mattered that they won.
But was he not playing well? He wasn't playing well.
That's fine, but the wins and losses matter. Do wins and losses matter for us? No,
yes.
They don't.
Isn't that what Salah said?
No.
Best
Well,
chance
okay,
to win?
he can say whatever he wants at a presser. We both know that. That's
He showed us that by playing Flacco.
No.
Yes,
Let me get to my other point.
Yes, he
about
did. Mike White was the guy that should have
roster.
played, and he played Flacco. Could the best chance to win. His words, not mine.
Again, that's stuff that you say at a presser. That's coach talk.
That
We
was his
both know
action.
that's
He
coach
played
talk.
Flacco.
It's
Mike White
coach
deserved
talk.
the start, and he played Flacco.
After that debacle that Mike White had, they would have killed him if they would have started him.
No, they would not have killed him because
Like
if you look at the stats of Mike White, he played what? He played good against the Patriots, good against the Bengals, good against the Colts before he got hurt, and he had one clunker against the Bills, which
Tyson,
none of them played
Mike
well.
White, if we tender him, you don't want him going out and playing bad again and putting more bad tape so someone can sign him. We can get that second round pick.
So you're gonna take the negative approach, or Mike White.
No, I'm gonna take the smart approach.
Or Mike White, if you tender him, you can see what the
wins
fuck
don't
he
matter.
can do on the field. You actually play him in live game reps and get as many reps as possible. So you see
White
what you have
is
on your
not-
field
White
instead of
isn't
Joe
the future.
Flacco, who's not going to be here next year. The
That's
move made
fine,
no
but White
sense
isn't the
whatsoever.
future. The second round pick's more important, and there's a chance Mike White gets signed, a la what happened when Russell Wilson went into that situation with Matt Flynn, and Matt Flynn got the bag off that one game from Green Bay. There's a chance someone signs him, and we get a second round pick. He keeps putting bad tape. No one's going to sign him. I understand why they didn't play
He's
him.
on the practice
What I would have
squad.
liked to see him, sure.
They could sign him,
but
they
I
could
get
sign
why
him
they
now
did
if
it.
they want, if he's so valuable.
No.
Yes.
And
Is
in
he on the
rec-
practice
and-
squad right now? Is Mike White in the active roster?
Yeah, he's on the active roster.
I think he is.
Is he? Oh, Josh
he's on the
Johnson's on the
active
practice
roster.
squad?
No.
No, he's on the active roster.
Yeah, he
I thought they
is.
didn't Mike White back go down?
Mm-mm. He's on the active
don't
roster.
think so.
Either way, also in
Okay,
reference to the other point, man, when we were talking about the guys that are going to be on the roster, the rookies that you're mentioning, do you honestly believe first-year guys are judging another rookie on the mistakes he's making when they're making similar mistakes out on the field? The vets are judging Zach, like, you know, Greg Van Roten making comments like that.
When you enter a company, when you're a first-time employee in your company, what do? You observe everything around you so you learn how the protocols are and the rules are. So if you see people getting away with things, then you're like, you know what, I can get away with this. That's exactly what your mindset is. You follow what's going on around you.
So you don't think the other rookies understand that he's a rookie as well, and that comes. He's playing literally the hardest position in the game besides a rookie cornerback.
No, what you do is you form your opinion. You watch Zach play, then you watch Mike White play, then you watch Josh Johnson play, and Joe Flacco play. Like, why are these guys all doing so well and this kid's not playing? And why they keep putting him back out there if he's not good?
My whole thing is this, Tyson.
If he plays like that, you're going to judge it. It's human nature.
I won't disagree with that. Zach deserves criticism. My issue is when people are not giving him the benefit of the doubt the way they did Sam. Yeah, he hasn't been fantastic.
Who gives a fuck about Sam? Robert Saleh wasn't here when Sam was here. Nobody cares.
I'm talking about the fans saying that he's a bust.
The fans don't matter either. I'm talking about the players. I don't give a fuck about the fans. The fans don't matter situation. Right now, what matters is the coach and how they handle the quarterback. And what happens, how he handles it, is how you set your culture in the locker room and set your tone. If you keep trotting him back out there, quarter after, like Sunday, if he had one more bad series on Sunday, he should have been taken out of the game. That's
Tyson,
how you
what
establish
culture?
your tone.
Just a week or two ago, we were saying there was no culture. What culture?
The culture is
Saleh
starting,
has one talk with Rex
the
Ryan,
culture
and
that
all of a sudden we have a culture now?
He's learning on the job. So he benched Van Roten. Did he not bench Van Roten?
Yeah, what? After what, 7-8 weeks?
And he's learning on the job. Man. Is he not more involved in the game now? Is he not more involved with the officials? Is he learning
Rex
as a first
got
time
in his
coach?
Ass, it took our former coach getting in his ass on TV.
If that's what people think,
come on.
Or he's learning.
All I'm saying is this:
is his time management improving?
Cut the culture stuff because the most important thing is developing Zach.
How do you
if Zach isn't the guy, that sets us further back than anything else.
So what does that?
He is not
what
the
does
guy.
That do with it? If you don't hold him accountable, that's going to fuck up your locker room. That's just a fact. If you do not hold your players accountable, especially your quarterback, and you baby him, he's going to get labeled in the locker room, and you're going to lose your locker room. Period. You are.
Tyson, half of this team won't be here. We don't have any safeties
and the
next
half
year.
that will be here is young and impressionable because you have all these rookie players, and they're learning
just like Zach. So they understand he's in a tough spot. They know that he's a first-year player playing.
You know what happens when things get tough? You either get out or you get going. So if they watch him struggle and the coaching staff doesn't take him out, they're like, "What is this guy doing? What is my coach doing?
What rookie QBs lighting it up besides Mac?
Who cares?
In New England,
None of them. Cares?
What do you mean? Who cares?
I don't care about fucking
Mac
Jones.
To his peers.
I don't know. I compare him to. I compare him to who's on his fucking roster. I don't care about Mac Jones. I don't care about Aaron Rodgers. So now I'm going to sit and be like, you know what? Zach Wilson today sucks because Mac Jones is good and a much better system with a much better coach. That's an asinine statement.
You mean to tell me that you don't compare him to his peers out of the class he came out of?
Why would I do that? Who gives a fuck?
Class?
Okay, so now wait. So let's compare Saleh and Belichick. Could you be more apples and oranges?
Dude, are you serious?
You want to compare? You want to compare Josh McDaniels and fucking Mike LaFleur? You want to compare that? You're embarrassing yourself. You're literally embarrassing yourself. Seriously, watch this over and realize how much you're embarrassing yourself.
I'm not. Listen, I'm stoned.
Really, you're embarrassing yourself right now.
I'm not this high. There's just no way. You didn't just jump from comparing rookies.
You're trying to compare him to his peers when it's apples and oranges.
Plus years.
You're careering a fucking Ferrari and a Hyundai.
Coach, unlike LaFleur.
You're out of your mind. You're out of your mind,
Tyson.
You're out of your mind. The only peer you should evaluate him to is the guys on his team. Why is Mike White playing better than him?
Tyson,
go ahead. You want a bigger shovel? You're digging a deep ass hole for yourself.
Let me ask you a question, dude. Let me ask you a question. Are we not set back in this rebuild if Zach is not the guy? Don't we need him to play to know that?
And you're going to know your answer in 3 years. So you better batten down the hatches, my friend.
So we don't play him this year because we want to see 2 more years, Tyson. You let him play if he's healthy. That's the point that I'm making. You compared the two situation to this. And my thing was, again, they're not the same thing. Miami could actually win games.
Did he play
on Sunday? The Jets weren't winning with Mike White. They weren't winning with Josh Johnson. And they weren't winning with Joe Flacco.
Did you just not see him on the field? He just threw for 140 yards on Sunday. He played. So what's your point?
Okay, yeah, I did just watch him on the field. After a month off,
Okay.
of not playing and coming back and trying to find a rhythm. Again, the criticism is fine. It's more of when you're saying we need to bench him. How do we know what we have if he doesn't play? You're saying we got to play Mike White to see what we have, but we don't play Zach Wilson to see what we have?
You have to hold Zach Wilson accountable. You don't want to hold him accountable. So now in your world, Zach Wilson could go out on Sunday and throw 7 interceptions, and you'd be like, good job, my friend. You're learning. Go, Zach, go. Keep throwing interceptions. Nobody gives a fuck. You're doing great job, kid. Keep going.
Tyson,
that's
let's
what you
speak
want?
off of the game we just saw in the month off that he had. The game we just saw, he didn't throw an interception fest. He showed some grit coming back from the injury and making some plays. He wasn't great by any stretch of the imagination.
And he's going to start on
Sunday. He did enough to win the game. He did enough to win the game.
No, the defense didn't win the game.
He played to win the game.
The team won around him. He didn't win the game. But so what? So he played, and he's going to start this Sunday. I'm not saying bench him. Let him start against the Eagles. Go for it. He should.
I thought
you were start every game.
I thought you were saying bench him because it
what
doesn't make sense to bench him.
No. Okay. Well, I'm going to give you my point. So he can start, and if he struggles mightily, I'm taking him out of the fucking game.
Do you want us to look like more of a circus, Tyson, when we're the only guy benching our rookie QB?
I don't care about a circus. I care about his future.
Is that what you want?
If you're going to coach worrying about the fans and the media, you're going to be fired sooner than later.
Who else does that? Who else benches
any
their
competent
rookie QB
team
in that way?
If your quarterback struggles and is losing confidence and shit,
did the Bills bench Josh Allen?
I don't
when
give
he
a
was
fuck
playing
about
like
the Bills.
ass.
You watched Sam Darnold get destroyed by keeping him games too long and just playing terribly. If the kid is lost his confidence,
Tyson, you just told me who gives a fuck about Sam Darnold, and then
I'm telling you my reasons why. If my quarterback is playing at no confidence and playing terribly, I take him out of the game. That's what I do. 3 interceptions, like the Patriot game, I would have took him out. He would never hit 4 interceptions in my world. I take him out of the fucking game because it's not counterproductive. He's not learning anything from that. He's gonna get booed off the fucking field. He's gonna be miserable. He's gonna be embarrassed. He's gonna be headlines all over New York.
We learned something from that. If he keeps throwing up stinkers, then we know he's not the guy. The team learned something. We know what we have.
So you want to enhance the stinker to learn from that?
It's the only way. Listen, look at what Sam was. You're saying we ruined Sam, whatever. What did he do in Carolina? Sam wasn't the guy.
But my point is, you have to have a certain leash with Zach Wilson. You have to. You can't just say, you know what, you're going to play 4 quarters no matter what. I can't do that. Man. I'm not going to let him sit there and just play absolutely terribly because at some point the players on the field be like, why the fuck is this kid still in the game? And they're going to look at him like, why is he still here? Bring somebody else in. What did you bring Flacco here for? What do you have Mike White for? What do you have these guys here for?
We know
at
why
some point the kids got to be held
accountable.
accountable.
That was because of the injury and everything else. If they really wanted to not play Zach Wilson, then they would have had a veteran there to replace him when the time called for it.
But according to them, they wanted to sign Joe Flacco, but he went to the fucking Eagles. So they were stubborn and tried to lowball every other veteran quarterback, and they said, "Fuck you, we don't want to play for you." So then what?
Listen, Tyson, you're my guy, but we got to agree to disagree, man. Like
Absolutely.
you have to play Zach.
We cannot. We are definitely disagreeing on this one.
Yeah,
I'm
you
not
have to
backing
play
that
him.
shit.
You have.
I'm playing him, dude. I'm starting him every game.
Okay,
every
good.
fucking game the rest of the year.
All right, we're on
but
the same
unlike
page then.
you,
okay,
if he throws 4 picks, I'm taking him out. You could let him throw 6. I'm not going to do that.
I thought you're saying bench him permanently if he's
so wait, I
looking
have a
like
question.
dog
I have a
shit.
question for you. I want to understand your philosophy. Just to understand your quarterback philosophy.
Sure.
When Ryan Fitzpatrick quarterbacked the Jets, he was given the opportunity to throw 6 interceptions in the game. 6 interceptions. Were you okay with that, or should have been pulled at some point?
Tyson.
Just answer the question. Simple question.
Tyson.
Would you have taken him out?
You're comparing a kid.
I'm asking you a quarterback question. It's a simple question.
And I'm going to answer it. You're comparing quarterbacks that aren't in the same realm. The experience isn't the same.
I just want to know how you manage your game. So I don't give a fuck. Mickey Mouse is quarterbacking a game. Mickey Mouse threw 6 interceptions. Would you take Mickey Mouse out after 4, 5, or let him throw all 6?
Who's the guy that I can bring in? Is it the
Does
team
it
that's
even
like,
matter?
is
Does
he going
it
to be any
even
better?
matter who it is? You're bringing in Minnie Mouse.
Better?
So Mickey Mouse is going to come out for Minnie Mouse.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because it's the team. We aren't the Dolphins where they could actually win games.
I'm asking you about a game situation.
And I'm telling you, okay, you're the guy they're going to bring in going to be better.
You're the Green Bay Packers. Does it matter what team it is?
Is he going to be better,
dude?
Is the guy that comes in going to be better?
Does it
or
even
matter?
matter?
Say he can't be worse. I mean,
does it matter? Does it even matter? Does it matter who's coming in if the guy's throwing interceptions regardless?
Tyson, of course it matters because when you bench your starter, it just looks bad in the optics of the team. Like the team doesn't, the coach doesn't believe in him. We can't rally around this guy. They're benching him. They don't want him out there.
What looks worse? A quarterback throwing 4 interceptions or 6 interceptions? What looks worse?
Tyson, Tyson,
Is that
that's
not a
like saying
concussion?
what's worse, breaking my ankle or my femur. I still got a broken
It's a
bone.
question for you.
It's still a
You're
broken bone.
You're worried about optics. Me throwing 6 interceptions is a shitload worse than getting 4 interceptions.
A broken ankle is the same as a broken femur. I still need a cast and I'm still on crutches.
But see, you know what though? I'd rather suffer the less of an injury. You'd rather go for the full injury.
I mean, I'd have to look at the recovery time for both.
I'd rather sprain my finger. You'd rather break it. So that's what you like to do.
I'm just saying. Again, we just gotta agree to disagree on this. I feel bad because I wanted to include PT and Tyrone in this, and it turned into a me and you thing. I knew it probably would.
No
though.
need. I was enjoying this, man. No need.
Yeah,
no
I
need
was
to
loving
include
this, bro.
Was it
Y'all-
at least
y'all
good?
had your own
Did
little
I at
thing.
least
Yo, it
bring
was
something
good.
to the stream, guys? Come on.
Oh, hell
it was
yeah.
on- Y'all were on it, bro. Y'all
Chat was
good,
loving
bro.
it. Chat was loving it.
Oh, they
You
were.
guys- you
guys-
Tyson wasn't posting any of the chat stuff. That's why I
I'm
didn't know
busy.
what was
Tyrone could
going
have
on.
did this shit for prime time. I had no time to look at that
Yo,
shit.
listen, I'm moving back to the area probably like January, February to be more hands-on with my family business. I got to link up with you guys just to
Don't
show
call
some
us. We're
love.
busy.
First round on me. If Tyson doesn't accept, then that's on him.
I'm busy. I'm blocking your ass now.
You said drinks with Tyson, nah, bro. He'll be there.
I can only hope. Hey, listen, I appreciate you guys having me on and allowing me to just do my thing. I hope y'all have a good night. All right.
Have a good night, man. Take care.
Great debate, man.
Call, bro.
Have a good night.
You guys set me up for that shit. I know you did.
That was
We were
crazy.
getting shit all night.
Y'all went at it, bro. 7 minutes, bro. Y'all went at it.
Was it 7 minutes? Was it that long?
Yeah, I think it was longer
Yeah,
than that.
Knicks lost 112, 110, bro. Fuck.
Oh,
There was
man.
a bullshit call that they lost it on.
That's what, that's what
Yeah.
everybody's saying.
But that
All right,
three
Knicks
was
lose.
crazy though, bro.
Who hit the 3? Kevin Durant?
Nah, we get us to 110, 110.
We missed all the super chats too? Prime time, we missed super chats, you bastard?
No, I didn't see any super chats.
I ain't seen it either. They're just trying to bust my balls now. It's like we can go back now through all of them, so I don't see any. No, Trav brought it, man. He definitely brought it. I don't know what happened, but cool. So now the one good thing about this is that we're talking about one bad team, but there's actually a team worse than ours. And there's a team, Tyrone, this is the part of the show where we break out the I told you so's. Because we have a celebrity going to join us that's probably the biggest Seattle Seahawks fan that I know. And I gave him words of wisdom, Tyrone, saying, you know what? Don't get your hopes up high. You're on a sinking ship. Jump off that ship and come on a ship that's starting to head in a new direction. And this person would not listen. He wouldn't listen. He talked a lot of shit. Wow. I told him, and Tyrone, just so you understand, I told him Russell Wilson will not be the quarterback for Seattle next year. And Pete Carroll could be gone as well. You're bullshit. I'm Crenshaw. No way. Fuck that.
Could it be that one guy?
So now the team that's actually get part that.
I was gonna say he was El Chapo last week.
El Chapo.
What's up, my friend?
What's up, Jose?
Since you brought all this bullshit up, Tyson, allow me to.
How does it be to one of the worst teams of football, Jose? Jamal Adams changed that culture for you.
Actually,
quickly, didn't he?
Actually, it ain't on Jamal Adams. This is not on Jamal Adams. Jamal Adams is being a fucking professional like crazy. Not
John
like
Franklin Myers has as many interceptions as Jamal Adams does.
Does he have 2?
I'm like,
He just passed Vince Wilford though. So.
Oh, that's right. He got 2. That's right. He got 2. That's right.
Yeah,
he got a second one. He has no sacks. That's all right.
Anyway.
Good.
Can I vent?
Sure, we're here for you, man.
Vent, please.
Go for
you
it.
Need
Man.
to. You need to.
You know what I hate?
Your team?
I hate both my teams. I hate so many things right now. Both the Wilsons are gonna put me in the fucking hospital.
It's true. You got Russell and Zach.
I hate these internet GMs that say, blow up the whole team.
Yep.
Like, what the fuck?
You got to blow up your team. Your team is dead.
No, allow me to finish.
You're finished. Your team is finished.
Allow me to finish.
What happened to DK Metcalf?
Don't give me.
He's going to demand the trade too. He wants out of there.
We'll take him.
I would trade him in a heartbeat.
After we
Give
trade
me-
down with your first round pick, maybe we'll consider giving you something back that we get.
Give
from
me
that
your
pick.
second round pick. I'll take that shit.
Second round pick for DK.
Yes.
Done.
DK's a glory hog. So yeah.
Done.
But allow me to vent if
Go for it.
so I hate people like Prime Time who would say let's build a team around the quarterback and not care who the quarterback is. Like what the let's
You're misquoting what I said. I said build a team, not around the quarterback. I said build a team. Build a roster. Get a foundation.
I'm sorry.
And then
I'm sorry.
and the quarterback could be your
I'm
last.
sorry. Yes, that's exactly the stupid shit you said.
Whoa.
Because guess what?
Oh well.
Guess what?
What?
For years, for how many fucking years have the Jets drafted quarterback over and over and over?
And has it worked? And has it worked?
Nope.
No, no. That's why you don't trade.
And the one quarterback that had success that we drafted
Allow me to finish.
came into a situation where the team
Allow
Great
me-
offensive
successful.
line. Yep.
Chad Pennington. Yep. Great O line,
Or
winning
Sanchez,
culture.
too.
And he sat for 2 years. They did it the right way.
But
I
Sanchez
know.
came in with a good offensive line and won right away.
Maybe we can prove with your draft pick that we're gonna get, the top
Can-
top 5.
Can I,
Exactly,
can I continue?
Sure, if you'd like.
Go ahead, man.
Can I continue? Okay, so there is a Seahawks fan on Twitter who says, Trade Russell was in both the O-line, both the D-line, both the secondary. And I'm sitting here thinking,
I agree.
what?
Russell Wilson is gone, dude. You just got to face reality, man. Russell Wilson will be the
No,
New York
no.
Giants quarterback, either Giants or the
No,
Dolphins. He's out of
no.
there. He is long gone. You're
I
rebuilding
say-
now.
I say,
Jose, I have some. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna make a shirt for you. Trust the process. You're rebuilding, my friend.
Welcome to our world.
oh,
Welcome to football hell, my friend. Your highlights are all gone now.
Tyson,
It's over.
I did buy a long sleeve Let's Talk Jets sweater because it's getting
thank you,
cold
man.
over here. So
We
I
appreciate
know,
that, man.
I know,
Thank you,
I
man.
appreciate that.
I know $5 of it goes to
Absolutely.
a good charity. So, of course, as soon as it went up, I was one of the first people to buy one.
So, Jose, here's a question for you. First of all, thank you. But how would you feel? Look, we got to start talking about who your next quarterback is going to be, who your next coach is going to be. You got a lot of things. Your YouTube channel is going to be on fire, man. You could do like, is Rex Ryan going to be my next coach? Should Geno Smith be the starter? You got all kinds of stuff you can talk about over there.
I'd rather have Mike White.
We'll trade him to you. First round pick. You have none left. I'm
No.
sorry.
It's gonna be Sam
yeah.
Darnold next year. Watch.
They don't have
Darnold and
they
Geno
don't
in a
have one.
quarterback battle. Let
They
that
don't
happen.
have a first round pick, do they?
You don't have the draft compensation to offer us right now.
Your first round pick goes to us.
Hey,
I forgot about that.
hey, Tyrone.
Yes, sir.
I need something to make me smile. Can you show me your grandson?
Hey, Jose, you know what though? I have a name for you. I have another rapper that I want you to check out. You may have heard of him though, but I'm going to ask you. Have you ever heard of Harry Mack?
No, I have not.
Harry Mack. You guys should all check him out. The best freestyler. You heard it here first.
Better than me? Better than me?
Harry
Tyson,
Mack on YouTube.
Yeah, have you listened to Griselda yet, Tyson? Benny the
Listen, man.
Butcher,
I'm just giving you
Conway.
recommendations. What I do. Harry Mack.
I did.
It's impressive, dude. It's impressive, man.
I did,
Tyrone,
Tyrone.
even you be impressed by him. I'm telling you.
I'm telling you, listen to Griselda,
Tyrone.
Benny the Butcher and Conway.
Yes, Benny the Butcher, yes.
I'm telling you,
Especially,
Harry Mack, M-A-C-K. Watch. Just check out the videos on what he does. It's impressive as shit, man. It's pretty cool.
Hey, Jose, have you heard the AZ and Dave East joint
Yes,
yet?
yeah,
That joint is
yeah.
fire. Yo,
I
why
like
won't they
it.
drop that? Why won't they drop that Dave East 21 questions, bro? That shit is fire.
yes, it is.
Fire, bro. They won't drop it. Fire.
Hey, Tyrone,
Yes.
you can talk all the shit you want.
Uh-oh.
I just have one favor. At least you can wish me luck.
I'm with you, along with you, bro. I love you, bro.
No.
You know what it is.
Tyrone, have you not watched BMF?
Oh,
Black
BMF?
Mafia.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, sir. That joke fire, bro.
At least
That joke fire, bro.
we love.
You can't stop the rain.
You know?
What
You
are we
can't
doing?
stop the rain. Yo, y'all don't watch BMF, bro.
What?
No.
See you later, guys.
I'm busy doing. I'm busy. Have a good
What's
night,
BMF?
Jose.
Have a good night.
Y'all watch BMF?
Have a good night,
What
man.
is it? What is that? I don't know.
Yo,
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
it's a show on Stars. 50 Cent's executive producer of you know what I'm saying? It's dope, bro.
I thought that was called Power.
Nah, he got another show, bro. Yo, listen, 50 killing it, bro. You gotta watch that, bro. I'm saying you gotta get caught up on your culture, man. You gotta bring it out to the family, man. Yo,
I watch Power. I watch Power.
Yo, your homework next week, man. Tyson, I need you to listen to Griselda, Benny the Butcher, Conway. I need you to get on that, all right?
Your homework next week is do a preview video for the Eagles game.
I'm just saying, man. You know, I hear something about some Fleet Mac or somebody, man. It's crazy.
Harry
bro.
Mack, man. I'm telling you,
Harry Mack.
it's impressive, dude. You'll be impressed by what he does. It's impressive as shit. It is.
I'll check it out.
All right. Well, I guess thank you guys for joining us. We made our 2-hour mark here, and I'm sure Primetime's going to cut up my argument with Trav. I have a funny feeling that's going to be a video that we're going to be using, which is fine. Bring on more hate I'll get. Thank you guys for joining us Friday night, and Friday night, 8 o'clock, and we'll talk to you guys later.
Have a good night.
Have a good one, y'all.